that went on stream.
Screw you.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Welcome to Superwise, and there's an internal war going on over here. People hating on each other, but we're gonna keep on moving on. Welcome to Superwise Live number 2. We have not only JG SHAOLIN terrific returning, but we have 2 more people on the panel. Some of my favorite YouTubers right here, Philosophical Pickle and Hot Takes Tuesdays, aka the Nerd Man. How you guys doing today?
I'm okay, you know. I've had better days, but I've had worse days. So this day is like right in the middle.
I'm very good, and thank you for having me on. I'm so sorry I couldn't be here for your first stream, man. I would have loved to have been here, but I'm here now. I'm here now.
Yeah, exactly. You are here now.
Me too, dude. Sorry I missed it. I am ready to drop bombs on the Nerd Man's head.
Dude,
This is gonna be...
Pickle.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can't deal with my hot takes, bro. You can't deal with my hot takes. Not today.
All right.
Anyway.
Yeah, so we have a lot of interesting, topics to discuss. We're going to have difference of opinion, which is going to be fun, or maybe not, who knows, we'll see. But I guess let us start. So obviously today I woke up, I was surprised and to see that we got the first official teaser for Eternals. Now, Pickle, you surprisingly did not do a reaction to this, so I don't know your thoughts on it. For the people who watch my video on my reaction to it, they pretty much know where I stand. I'll just generally, I can't speak today. Generally, I will go over my thoughts. Generally.
January, you'll just January, will you? I'm gonna just
generally.
December.
There you go. I got it.
I'm gonna adjust December. Okay. So.
Yes, I'm gonna just quickly go over my thoughts for people who don't know. So, from the very beginning when Eternals was announced, I wasn't that excited or even interested in it. I'm always open to seeing new MCU movies, but with this one, nothing was really interesting about it.
Oh, okay, we can see it. Cool.
Yes.
Oh, right, you're just showing a picture.
So there it is. And then we got that teaser trailer, and I saw it, and I'm still not invested. I think it was okay. The great things are the cinematography. It's great. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous looking. Of course, the star-studded cast. The music choice was really good. The visual effects and CGI. I mean, come on, that's expected, right?
So wait. Everything was really good, but terrible trailer.
No,
what I'm getting here.
No, it wasn't.
Everything was cool. The cinematography, the tone, the music, but the trailer's terrible.
No, I didn't. Number one, I didn't say the trailer is terrible. In my reaction, I said it was meh. It was fine. Everything looks good, but that's to be expected, right? I'm just talking about as like a final product. Am I going to go see this in the theaters? Did this trailer really, get me on board, get me hyped, made me want to sit down in the theater and see this? No, it didn't really excite me. It was just like a compilation of footage that looked cool, but it's just I'd rather be spending my money elsewhere. I want to see Spider-Man No Way Home, of course, for the Tobes and Andrew. I want to see the Batman 2022 Nerdman. JG SHAOLIN and I just spent the first hour of yesterday's live stream just gushing over the Batman. We are so excited for that movie.
Yes, we are.
We will get to Robert Pattinson later, but I just rather be spending my money elsewhere. I have to prioritize. I can't see every superhero movie that comes out, and so this is not on my list.
Let me ask you something very, very quickly. I know you're going to go down and ask everybody, but I just wanted to ask this just while I remember. Just guys, if Andrew Garfield is telling the truth and he really isn't in the Spider-Man, and neither is the other guy, Toby.
Hard to believe, but
Are you going to be interested in the next Spider-Man?
Well, yeah.
Hell yeah.
We have Alfred Molina and Jamie Foxx returning. Like the multiverse is there, you know. So,
okay.
But you know, Andrew literally can't, like, that interview was awful. Like he was so over the top about it. Like,
that's why
he's
guaranteed lying, because 2 villains from different universes already. If they haven't confirmed Jamie Foxx and Alfred Molina, maybe we could believe them a bit. But come on, you're gonna have their villains, but not them. There's no universe where it's gonna be just Tom Holland fighting the other one's villains. No way.
Have they confirmed it though?
Yeah.
Who?
Molina and Kevin Feige, and they all came out and said Jamie Foxx is in it, and Alfred Molina himself confirmed that he's in it.
And he confirmed that he's the same version from.
It was in an interview. He was like, "Oh, I think Marvel's gonna kill me for saying this," but he still said it, like they always do. Like,
Alfred Molina and Jamie Foxx are in it. Yeah, I just saw IMDb.
Yeah, Alfred Molina was literally the one to reveal that he's the same version of Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
It's going to be his story right after he sacrificed himself. He's going to get like sucked from that universe, come back to life. I don't know.
That's a little worrying, don't you agree, Pickle?
Because
we love and praise the Sam Raimi movies. You and I both. We love them.
Yes, we do.
And man, if they ruin Tobey Maguire, I'm going to riot. I'm going to rampage. I'm going to lose it.
Well, that's one film I refuse to see day one because I want to see. Because if Toby and Andrew aren't in the film, or if they're just doing little small cameos, we'll know about it. It would save me a lot of money if I do know for a fact.
But the movie might be great, you know?
I don't care. I hate Tom Holland as Spider-Man, so...
JG Shaolin.
You came out straight and said it. Look, that's true. I don't want to get tricked into watching another Tom Holland movie. They tricked me with Iron Man the first time.
They tricked
me with Samuel L. Jackson the second time. I don't want to be tricked again.
I know exactly how to trick a philosophical pickle by saying Tom Holland's sons.
Let's talk about the Eternal.
What they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. They teased that little thing of what's his name at the end of Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah.
No. They teased
Scorpion.
No, the guy who bloody hell, what is wrong with me on words? The editor in the Daily Bugle.
Oh, you talking about Jonah Jameson?
Jonah Jameson, yeah.
Yeah.
They teased him. So yeah, they know exactly what they're doing. They know how to get people.
Speaking of it, this trailer teased me, and I wasn't fulfilled. But
okay, hold on. So yeah, those were we're definitely going to talk about it. Those were my thoughts. I'm not going to harp on it too much because people who are sub to my channel, they know my thoughts. So yeah, it's something that I like with this trailer. I was expecting something, cosmic, some big action set piece. At least we got that with Shang-Chi. This was so it was just the compilation of footage. So Pickle, tell me your thoughts. No one knows your thoughts. Let's hear them.
Yeah, I was gonna do a subscribe to Philosophical Pickle. I was gonna do a reaction to this, but there are just so many on the internet. I thought I just don't want to do it. So I think this was a borderline good trailer. Like I think that it did what it was supposed to do. It's just a teaser. It made me say, okay. But yes, it wasn't as impactful as I think it could have been. Like you said, the cinematography looks fantastic. Like this looks like it's going to be maybe the best looking MCU film.
Yeah.
And I think that score that was playing was beautiful.
I love the theme.
It felt like the Thor score, but like even better.
Was it a score or was it just a song?
It was an actual song. I
think it was a song. I don't think that's the score.
No.
It's a legit song, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay, then I'm not as excited. If that's not the actual score, then this trailer wasn't as good because I was like, oh my god, if this is playing in the movie like multiple times, this is gonna move me.
Yeah, well, actually, I saw this article, like I don't know, the news came out like a couple of years ago that the guy who composed the first Iron Man movie is going to be composing this movie.
That's not great.
I like
and
that.
I
That's not
love
great.
that first Iron Man score. Why they didn't? That's awesome, dude. Why they threw him out for the second movie, I don't know what was going on there. They should have kept him. That's one thing. I want to hear the score by him because the dude.
Do people actually like the Iron Man score? I didn't even know that was a thing.
What is wrong with you?
The Iron Man score. It's mainly just rock music, isn't it?
I like it. It was like
like Justice League.
That was tight. I loved it.
It was cool, man.
Oh, come on, philosophical.
Are you talking about the? wait. Sorry, let me just so I'm not confused. You're talking about dun 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 dun.
That's Black Sabbath. That's an actual.
That's Black Sabbath. That's what I was
we're talking about the legit theme. Dun 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 dun.
The original score.
Dun 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 dun.
Okay, I'm talking about the Black Sabbath thing. Yeah.
He's talking about Black Sabbath, man. Like,
no,
Black Sabbath was cool in the trailer, but no, the score it was okay.
It's a good score.
It wasn't a bad score. I wasn't like,
that
this
Tony,
is an awful score.
Tell me you don't remember the moment that Tony put that fucking mask on. Ding! And then it cuts to him wrapping up his hands. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's a great moment. But okay, that kind of makes.
I mean, it's a great moment, but the score is all right. Anyway, let's talk about
the score.
The trailer.
No,
sorry. The trailer, man. I thought that was the score. I don't know what song that was, but okay.
It was a legit song.
So, my biggest problem is this picture you have up right now. Look at this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters they have to introduce in a 2-hour, 15-minute movie.
Right.
We're not either. A lot of them are going to be pushed to the side, like some movies do, or we're just not going to get enough development for all of them. Yeah, and it worries me that they're introducing 8 new characters in one movie. That's like anti-Marvel. They usually introduce 1 or 2, maybe 3, but 8. I don't know. I know they're going to focus on probably 4 or 5 of them, but hey, wait. Camille Nanjiani or whatever, he's not even in this picture, so there's like 9 or 10 of them. So like I don't know how they're gonna be able to do that, but it does look beautiful. I liked the score, but it was just a bunch of like shots of them walking around, kissing each other, talking about how they're not being heroes. And just like you said, we expected something, the Eternals, something grand, something alien, something like in space, but they're all just walking around talking about how we used to be heroes. This does actually kind of feel more like a DC movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is like new gods for Marvel.
Yeah, it's like we're seeing them all depressed and like in their new lives, and I don't know, man. It's just there wasn't that moment, and I'm not saying it had to be action, but there wasn't like a moment that made me go, "Whoa, I have to see this."
Yeah,
but I'm interested.
Yeah, like I said, it was just a compilation of footage to me, and of course we can use the excuse of like it's just a teaser trailer, but I think regardless, the idea of a trailer is to convince you to get your ass into a seat, and this trailer didn't do that. Shang-Chi did it, the Batman did it, Venom Let There Be Carnage did it. But
those are proper trailers.
I know your feelings on Let There Be Carnage. I know.
But wait a second. I heard your thing on this, and I was like, those are proper trailers. This isn't a speaking trailer. This was, as you said, a montage of images. What was it? Like a minute long?
Yeah,
2 minutes.
Minute long. It's a proper teaser. It's not an actual full-on trailer. It's not like what Zack Snyder did with his first trailer, where it was just a bunch of images and music, like for the Zack Snyder trailer.
But Venom was a teaser.
That pissed me off.
And the Batman.
Venom was basically a full trailer. Like,
but it wasn't. It was the teaser.
First trailer.
The Batman 2022 was only 25% done, and they still had a better trailer at DC Fandom than this.
That's right.
Then
DC
Suicide
slayed Marvel on that day with the Batman. Slayed. So, Nerdman, just go ahead and tell us your thoughts on Eternals. The trailer. What did you think overall?
Well, look, I like that Marvel are doing something different outside of what had started to put me off Marvel movies. So in and of itself, I can understand what you guys are saying. I haven't got I'm not going to passionately defend, this trailer. But I just think it looks intriguing and really interesting, and like the filmmaking looks beautiful, and it just has an ambience to it that just doesn't feel like anything else I've seen from Marvel. And that's interesting. And I like the fact that I don't know much about the Eternals. I don't want to know that much about them. I don't want them to give away too much of like if there's stuff in space, or I really want to save that for the for the theaters. And this actually excited me a lot. I think this might be a really great MCU movie. I mean, either that or it's just going to be trash. I don't know, but
it's going to be the MCU's Nomadland, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, like I think it's an experiment, and if the experiment doesn't go right, they might just stick to the formula again, right? But even Shang-Chi, I was excited for that, but that still had elements of like what I'd seen in phase 1 and 2 of the MCU. But it was still a little bit more visually spectacular. This is really looks different completely. They even tried to put in that stupid fake joke thing at the end. And you could tell that there's not that many humorous bits or stuff in this film because that's all they could put. And it wasn't humorous. It was just like
they could have chosen, I don't know how many scenes. They could have a lot of jokey scenes, and they just chose that one. A trailer sets the tone, but it doesn't mean it's going to be the actual tone of the movie. Look at Venom 2018. It was a sort of serious sort of movie it's a serious dark movie that you were promised, and then when people walked in to the actual movie, they got a buddy cop, just sort of goofy Sam Raimi-esque movie. Like it's all about. A trailer can fool you. That's the moral.
I'll tell you what sold me on the trailer and why I do actually like. I'm more positive about it than.
I want to address the end joke after this.
I love the image of that ship flying in. The flat kind of ship that was flying in, and then like them interacting with people on Earth like thousands of years ago, like the first kind of. People who were forming cultures. I thought all of that stuff looked like it's going to be a really interesting story. And again, I don't know anything about the Eternals, nothing, zero. So going into it blind like that, I think that, I'm glad that they didn't give away too much in this trailer, basically. I don't know if they sold the movie for a lot of people, but it sold it for me.
That's fair. That's fair. I definitely see where you're coming from. It's just for me, it didn't sell me. Let's get to a couple of these comments then.
So you skipped over me? What is up?
No, I was just.
Am I not even here? I hate all three of you guys right now. I hate you all. No, I'm joking. Go ahead.
No, actually, you know what? Yes, let's get all four out of the way, then we'll tackle the comments dealing with Eternals. So JG, the floor is yours.
Finally, the real man here is about to speak. Okay.
All right.
Let's hear it.
Although I'm not an MCU fan, I will admit that there are a few things that they do well. Casting is one of them. They do a great job of casting. Costume design is another thing that they do well. And the hype for the trailers, right? I was not hyped for this trailer at all. Now, am I interested in it? Yes. Because in the story of the Eternals, it's a lot they have to explain.
Yeah.
Right. Like, why have they been there for so long? Why have they been inactive? Where have they been the whole time? Because the rumor is they're introducing mutants because of the Eternals. Like, how they're going to explain all that? And that was really has me interested. Not so much the trailer or the movie itself, because I can care less about the Eternals, but what they're going to bring to the table as far as explaining the whole universe in itself.
Like
the future. Right, the Fantastic Four, are they going to have some tease with them in there, with the space stuff and all this, everything? So I'm very curious about, exactly what their intentions are, and if the Eternals actually do have a future in the MCU, or is it just one of those one-time things where we're just going to do it and maybe like tease them in other films or whatever? Who knows? It's the unknown that really has me interested.
Rumor from John Campea, he quote unquote said that he has a guy inside the situation. He said that there's Avengers 5 and Eternals 2 happening. So who knows? You know, if that's true. You know how scoopers are, and you know how they are. People who quote unquote have people inside the situation. To be fair, John Campea, you know, he's been dealing with the movie industry for a while. So who knows? Yeah. Let me just get a couple of these comments, and then Pickle, I know you have more to say.
Chopping at the bit right now.
I will not be muzzled.
Star Wars Galactic. I thought that the teaser showing all upcoming Marvel projects, including Eternals, did a better job as a trailer for the movie than the one we got today. You're kind of right. Corman Bates. Movie still looks weak besides the shots and the score. Yeah, it's just
hey Corman. I know him. Hey Corman.
Oh, yeah. I pretty much agree with you. I need to be sold on the entire movie. Because right now, this is not on my priority list. I'm not saying to myself, okay, I gotta see this in the theater right now. I'm saving my money for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Spider-Man No Way Home, the Batman 2022.
This is what I don't understand, Superwise. Looking at the slate of Marvel coming up, I don't understand why this is any more or less exciting than any of the other things apart from, I don't know, Spider-Man, because what you guys are always looking for is like a cohesive universe building to an event. And for me, this is the film that you probably want to watch in terms of like the event that's going to happen in, because they wouldn't be doing this otherwise if they weren't linked to, if this wasn't like one of the big links to some kind of event that's happening. Why would you do Eternals? They're not iconic characters. They're not, you know, things that like are immediately bankable. So that's for me, like, gets my curiosity up about this. Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, unless literally all of the rumors we've been hearing about those two films surface, those movies are like completely uninteresting to me. And by that I mean like, Tom Cruise is going to be like Iron Man. Like that would sell me for Doctor Strange. You know?
I get you, but you know where I'm personally at. The MCU ended with Endgame, because now, you know, Endgame was a beautiful ending for the OGs, and I felt like it was sort of complete after that. So now, you know, I'm still going to watch future MCU projects, but it's all about picking and choosing what I want to see. I'm no longer invested in the grand scheme of things because, you know, there hasn't been an MCU movie that was as, you know, crazy and special as the first time we saw the Avengers team up, you know. So I get to pick and choose what I want to see, and this is something that, you know, I'm not, you know, it's not on my priority list. You know, I want to see Toby back. I want to see freaking Tom Cruise as Iron Man. That's freaking awesome. I want to see
Tom Cruise. I just want to see John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. Tom Cruise as Iron Man, you know, like Gal Gadot as
I got two people to replace her right now.
I just need to see Gal Gadot in the MCU as like as the leader of the Avengers, you know.
Oh no!
We just really want to see these things just to get me excited about the MCU finally.
Well, it seems like the first three phases had a thing, which was connectivity, right? Phase 1 through 3 was connectivity, right? They're connecting everything together to create this grand slam finale, right? Phase 4 seems more of a theme of explanation. Right. And the thing is, do we care about why, you know, these things are going on now? Do we care about why Thanos became Thanos and all that stuff? Do we actually care? I don't. But
no,
exactly. Like, I don't care. So if they're not going to explain or kind of tease Fantastic Four, or they're not going to explain how mutants start to arrive, then I really don't care about the Eternals.
Yeah, I totally understand you. Corman Bates says the trailer is even worse than the last one. I don't know if I'd say it worse. Like I didn't like the trailer. I didn't love the trailer. I didn't think the trailer was bad. I just thought it was nice to look at. I thought it was fine. But, you know, in terms of like getting me sold on the product, I'm not sold. You know, I need.
Wait, isn't that the dude from Doctor Strange?
Which one?
Who?
The one who's second.
No, you're just a racist.
They don't all look alike, Nerdman. They don't all look
It's
alike.
Benedict Wong. That is.
They don't all look alike.
They don't all
Benedict
look
Wong
alike.
plays Wong.
Oh shit! I thought that was.
Eddie was a
wrong,
little
dude.
taller, too lovely.
Nerdman, I
outed
think-
Nerdman on my stream.
You were saying, like, why are we less excited for this than another movie? It's because what the MCU does best. If you think the visuals are kind of crap, the comedy is kind of whatever, the action's whatever, they give you fun and compelling characters.
Yeah.
Now, even if you don't think so, that's what I think.
I mean, they do. I gotta
Character work. And Nerdman, in
Besides
this
Tom
trailer, like, there's no characters to latch onto. Nobody looks interesting. I don't care about these people. Now, I think that I think they could have done a better trailer because they should have given us more dialogue. But like, why do I care about Richard Madden as Icarus or any of these people? Like JG was saying, maybe Fantastic Four, X-Men, explaining how mutants are coming, what they did, them meeting these civilizations, what they're doing now, 10 different characters. Like, I think this movie is going to be a little muddled and it's going to be a little too much. Yeah. And I just don't think that introducing 9 new characters is indicative of a good movie. And but I do think it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I'm going to address that in comedy little bit where they're like, Steve Rogers and Tony are dead. Maybe I could be the leader. I fucking hated that because it was like, hey, you're trying to do your own thing, but then at the end you gotta just, for the little 10-year-olds to remind you, hey, they know who Iron Man is. But like, I know they're gonna explain it in the movie, probably like why they couldn't come help. But what the fuck? Why are you here now? Where were you when Thanos killed half of the universe?
Yeah.
Well, we don't know what their role is.
Well, they said that they don't intervene in anything.
Why, but why are the deviants different? Why can they intervene against the deviants, but not Thanos? That's what I'm saying. There is more to show. I know they're hiding a lot of stuff and they're hiding some of the action, but Superwise said it. It just, the trailer just didn't really connect. But if this was on like right now, Disney Plus, I'd pay $10 to watch it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm sorry.
But wait. I want to ask two things, right? Sorry.
No, I'll mess with you. Go ahead. I'll mess with you. Go ahead.
No, the thing I was going to say, just that it does have a good cast and about 4 or 5 people that I just feel like whenever they're in a film, they raise the quality of the film. So that gives me some confidence. But who are name me 3 compelling characters from the MCU? Cap,
Iron Man, Ant-Man, Thanos, Black Widow.
Pretty much everyone but Captain.
The original
OGs. Thor, Loki, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Black
You're just
Panther.
naming all of them. You're just naming.
I'm naming the compelling ones.
I'm gonna tell you there's only. I should have actually said 5 because I'm gonna name you. There's only 3. It's Captain America, Iron Man, and Thanos. That's it. Your
Doctor
list
Strange,
is over.
Black Panther.
Nope.
You're insane, dude.
Ooh, wow.
Like you care about
compelling characters. Compelling. Are you serious?
Doctor Strange's story of being the surgeon and then getting in the car wreck, can't use his hands. His whole life is crumbling, so he has to open his mind to new things. That's way deeper than fucking Barry Allen being like. I love
the way Pickle does this because what he does is I love it. It's such a good strategy.
Because I know what you're saying. You're comparing it to DC in your head.
He's got a great voice and great rhythm and cadence to his voice. So
I appreciate it.
All he does is just describe the story. He just tells you beat for beat factually what the story is.
I think Nerdman, I think you may be kind of. I want you to put words in your mouth, but you may be confusing compelling with captivating, right? Because all the OGs are very compelling characters. Only a few of them were really captivating for me. So yeah, I think you may be kind of. Thanos is a captivating character.
It's all subjective. I mean,
it's all subjective.
When I think compelling, I mean that they've shown psychological depths, some interiority. That I know what they stand for. I don't know what any of these. I don't know what Doctor Strange stands for. I don't really even know why Thor is a hero. I know why Cap America's a hero. I know why Iron Man's a hero. I know what he stands for. I know his internal struggles. I know Steve's internal struggles and what.
Peter Quill.
All right. Let's ask JG. What were you gonna say, man? Sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm just gonna leave it
Superwise,
at
school
that.
these fools.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I forgot. Go ahead. It'll come to me. Oh yeah, I was gonna say because I mean it's when I see this shot, right? I'm thinking the Shazam family meets Captain Planet, right? When you look at them, the diversity and all that stuff together. So I wonder if being diverse is actually gonna have some emphasis on the show or not, or the storyline, because the Eternal, back to a philosophical Pickles point, why did they not intervene when Thanos came down, right? Especially when the Eternals are supposed to be the defenders of Earth. Why have they not defended Earth this whole time? What the hell have they been doing? And then how do they know who Captain America and Iron Man are? How do they know who these people are? I mean, I know they're known in the world, but why are they so, like the joke, philosophical Pickle was saying, maybe I can lead them, right? Now, I think in the comics he does lead them, but why do you care about leading them if you don't intervene in anything?
Oh, can I say one more thing about Icarus? Rob Stark. I don't know, but I got a sneaking suspicion that either him or Angelina Jolie are going to turn out to be the main villain of this movie. I can just smell the Marvel formula. If one of them turns out to be the actual villain, I'm going to shit my pants.
I really hope they turn out to be the villain now.
Can't you guys just like sniff that?
I want you to shit yourself like in the cinema.
I didn't read the plot leak, so I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't know. I get the feeling that Angelina Jolie might be definitely a villain. I doubt Richard Madden is somehow. I don't know why, but I just think he's maybe. I haven't read anything about this, so maybe you've got a little bit more insight, like what Icarus is supposed to be.
It's just my MCU. It's just my Spidey sense, my Peter tingle.
Yeah, I think the Eternals. I think they can create offspring, but I don't think the offspring have powers. So I'm assuming Angelina Jolie maybe has an offspring or something that does have powers. Because I can't remember everything. How come I know more about these shit than you guys do? You're the Marvel guys.
Me?
I mean, I know a little bit. I have like 2 Eternal comics.
I'm messing with you, bro. I'm messing with you.
No, dude, these are characters that I'm not super familiar with.
Yeah.
And Nerdman, like I like the way the ship came in. You mean the ship that looks like Ronin's ship? Like, I don't know.
I didn't know what the hell
that
was when it came in. I'm like, what?
It was kind of cool, but we've seen ships come into frame like way cooler before.
Yeah, but not looking like that. Not looking so alien, like a cross between some kind of ancient technology that might have inspired, like things like the pyramids or certain architecture that we have. That's what I liked about it. It's crafted in a way that you feel, oh, right, so these guys kind of inspired civilization to happen,
Superwise, will you share the picture I have?
I think what you said about the ethnicities is actually quite interesting, JG, because I get the feeling like they're going to be like maybe the gods of different parts of the world or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's where they're going with it. And I must say to MCU, like, I like the fact, like, as of now, I don't know how they're going to do it later, but they haven't been pushing down our throats. Like, oh, this is a diverse cast. This is a diverse cast. This is, they're just letting it happen. And I hope they keep to that. I hope they don't.
Kevin Feige has mentioned it many times.
Yeah.
Has he? All right.
But dude, Nerdman, so this is another one of my problems, which I could be wrong in the movie, but like, look at this design for Icarus in the comics. Like, the Jack Kirby is just dripping off of it.
That shit is fine.
And they're like trying to ground this epic space movie. Like, what if you tried to make Guardians of the Galaxy more realistic? Like, it wouldn't have worked. Embrace the space silliness. Like, they're toning down the costumes. They're making them be like people on Earth with real jobs. Salma Hayek riding a horse. The more I think about it, the more I'm worried about this movie. Seeing Nomadland, like, I don't know what she's going to bring to this. I don't want to see our first real crazy space intergalactic adventure just be them being depressed on Earth and realizing how they have to get back together. Like, embrace the Jack Kirby-ness like Guardians did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's my last thought on it. The trailer was good. It was okay.
It was all right.
Yeah, what I'm worried about is that I think we've been spoiled with the Disney Plus shows because we've seen the characters been like truly fleshed out in those shows. Like you're gonna introduce 9 characters.
Why do you keep saying these things?
I'm just saying.
Do you want me to interrupt every time? Like, why would you say that? The characters were fleshed out in Disney Plus shows. You mean WandaVision?
They were though. Sam Wilson wasn't fleshed out.
Yeah, he owns a boat now. He owns a boat and can't get loans.
Okay, let me put it like this.
Don't let him pull you in. Don't let him pull you in. We will team up and destroy him.
All right, let me just say this less controversially. I'm going to try and put this in a way. The Disney Plus shows dive deeper into the characters more than the movies.
Okay. I'll allow it.
I think that was a success.
They have more time to dive into the characters.
There you go.
They attempt to.
Yeah. So my thing is, with Eternals, you have what, 8, 9, 10, 11 characters that you have to all flesh out in this movie. Like that's what I'm worried about.
I don't know how they're going to do with godly characters as well. Like MCU hasn't got a good track record with very godly characters. Like I think their Thor is terrible, to be honest. So, like even if you, all right, I'm not even trying to be an MCU hater here. Like really, everyone knows that Thor has been one of the less like successful translations, and the only way they've been able to make him translate now is to make him like super jokey. A lot of people like it, so that's fine. No, I'm trying to be nice here.
No, we're laughing at this comment.
Nice.
No, I had to bring that up.
That's a shit statement.
Oh man. But I mean, and another thing we have to talk about is, if you want to or not, the black guy, I forget his name, but he did the voice of Miles Morales' dad. He was in Atlanta. He's been in several things, yeah.
What's his name? Brian Tyree Henry.
Yeah.
Like him as an actor. Yeah.
He's supposed to be the first, I guess, gay MCU character.
Yeah, Kevin Feige's making that very clear.
I thought it was the fast guy. I thought it was the kid that looks like Ezra Miller.
That should have been you, JG.
Hey, for that money, I would have done it. For the money, I would have done it.
No, Kevin Feige.
What you need me to do, I'll do it.
Feige described it as this like passionate gay kiss.
Between, exactly. So
between Brian Tyree Henry and another guy, I don't know the other guy. But.
If it's done right and not shoved down our face, if they just kiss, it'll be fine. But if they linger on it too long and they try to make it something like that,
but I mean, you almost have to. You almost.
But JG, to normalize gay people and trans people, you just have to do it. Just do it. Don't talk about it. Just do it. Put it in the script.
What I mean. Like, put it in the script. Let them have a relationship. Because if you just have them kiss and that's it, then it's like
I want full blown like, what's the mountains and Brokeback Mountain?
Damn, Nerdman wants it all.
He wants to
get it.
You want him to lick his hand and rub his dick first? Come on.
Oh my god.
Dude, I was not prepared for that scene in the movie.
That's a really good movie.
It is a good movie. It's a really good movie.
I don't think Marvel's gonna go there.
I have no more comment on the Eternals.
But I mean, it's so much they have to explain, and like you said before, in 2 hours, you got all these characters. And I don't want to trick your mind by saying 9 characters, but you have all these characters, and it's so much to explain. You can't do it in 2 hours. It's impossible. Kind of goes back to what Zack Snyder said was, how can I put all these characters on screen and in 2 hours flesh them out? I can't do it.
Well, JG, we saw
very hard to do.
No, even 6 characters that had 4 hours, he couldn't do it. So
exactly.
How can this one do it?
I just don't know.
Yeah,
I think they're going to shit on some characters and praise some other ones.
It's going to be a hard path.
To be fair though, with characters like this, I think the DC characters and the Marvel characters all come from different origins. These guys all come from the same place, so I think it will be easier to explain them. Do you know what I mean? In one movie, it's like the X-Men are all mutants, so you can explain that in one movie. These guys are all, I suppose, I don't know what they are, Celestials or something. So you can explain that. You should be able to explain that in one movie without you delve over their history collectively, and then you can tell their individual stories at the same time, and just give somebody more, whoever's the main character, more screen time, I guess. Flash them out.
I don't know. I'm hopeful.
I think the Shang-Chi trailer was better though.
Yeah, Shang-Chi was like, it's like night and day. Come on. You think this trailer was better than Shang-Chi?
Shang, whatever it is. That was a more Marvel-y...
If you're gonna say his name, say it right.
I've heard people say it's Shang, but then the creators of him said it's Shang. But I mean, they were white, so maybe they didn't know how to say it. So
said it was Shang.
Yeah,
so I'm just going with that.
Like it looks like I'll give it to Nerdman. This movie just at least looks different. Shang-Chi looked like it looked more of a generic, like it had all of the MCU beats that I'm tired of. This one at least kind of looked different. At least it visually looked different. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
I think Shang-Chi will be more fun though.
Yeah, I think the Eternals has more interesting tone when I'm looking at it. Shang-Chi is one of those great, Bruce Lee of Marvel martial arts that I love, but I'm very interested in this Eternals thing though.
Yeah, no, I am intrigued. I'm more intrigued by the Eternals than Shang-Chi. But yeah, definitely. I think the trailer still, in the end, I think it would appeal to more people because it's got like a little bit of Marvel, but it's different enough from Marvel as well to with the martial arts stuff to appeal to a broader audience.
Yeah, the action from Shang-Chi got me invested. Like, oh man, this is gonna be dope. And I think Shang-Chi looks different in my opinion. You have different shots, and it looks really cool. Like I would take Shang-Chi over this, to be honest. Because I like martial arts. I like that trailer sold me. That trailer said it's going to be an awesome martial arts time.
If I had to only be able to watch one right now, I'd pick Shang-Chi, because I think this movie, you're going to spend the first hour of it showing their backstory. Then you have to show where 8 different characters are in the world right now. Then we're going to get flashbacks. I think this movie is going to be boring for a lot of it. I will take Shang-Chi over it.
Dude, they used to do Shang-Chi that all the time with films. Everyone thinks you have to do these individual movies all the time. It's crazy that you think that. And I would, no way, dude. I would definitely pick this film. Even though I think the trailer's worse, it's still more intriguing. I don't know what's going on with this. And like, it's intriguing. I can tell you now exactly what's going to happen in Shang-Chi. Like, I really think I could lay it out, and
this isn't Sidney Lumet.
What's going to happen in this?
This isn't Sidney Lumet fucking writing 12 compelling characters and 12 Angry Men. Like, these are Marvel writers. We've seen they don't know how to handle doing more than like 4 characters at once. So I'm a little worried. I would rather watch Shang-Chi because it looks more fun, and this looks kind of boring.
Yep.
Okay. But I would rather take
Nomadland. Yikes.
Yeah, it could be terrible. It could be terrible, but at the same time, looking at this, it could be really fucking fantastic. It could be one of the best, if not the best, Marvel movie ever. Like,
could be
in terms of cinema, right? Like, so,
maybe.
I don't know. I'm more intrigued by this anyway. We should,
Yeah, I just need to. I need to see more. I need to, because right now I'm not sold. I'd rather see Shang-Chi, rather see the Batman, rather see Spider-Man No Way Home. Yeah, I just really need to be sold, and I haven't been yet. So we will see.
I think the only one that's I want to see more than this is maybe Black Widow.
Oh, I don't even want to see Black Widow.
That's very
Come on, nerd man.
Pickle, are you for or against Black Widow?
Oh, I'm completely against the concept of it.
All right, and Pickle is my favorite guy now.
Yeah. Are you Black Widow and Loki are everything that is wrong with the MCU, and it makes me understand why people hate it. That's all I'll say.
Shrek 5 in the MCU, guys, thoughts?
Oh my god.
Shrek 5.
Shrek against the Hulk. Let's go.
I've never seen Shrek 4, so I don't know.
Don't see it. It's not worth it.
I don't think I'm ever gonna see Black Widow. Yeah. With Black Widow, she's already dead, and that movie is in existence purely because they're gonna introduce Yelena Belova, the new Black Widow, maybe Thunderbolts, but it's just sort of like a gateway film. Like I'm not interested. She's dead. Let's move on.
Yeah, Florence Pugh's my only reason why I want to see that film. Other than that,
no, the action looked pretty spectacular in that movie. I have to say, like the little fight combat scene that they had with the villain, I thought that looked really cool. So
it looks cool.
That was my favorite.
4 years ago.
Cool. That's the thing.
And Black Widow was my favorite character, apart from wait a second. In Endgame, basically, I think she was my favorite character in Endgame. Like with her sacrifice,
kick him off the screen. Kick him off.
Goodbye, nerd man. No, I'm joking.
She was good. That was her best movie.
Yeah,
that was her best movie. That was the first time I was interested. I never understood why people were trying to make out like she was a good character. She was a terrible character in the MCU up until.
I mean, she was a sex object until like halfway through the Winter Soldier.
Right.
She was okay in the Winter Soldier, but that was still Captain America's, obviously Captain America's movie, but he was like literally the best thing in that movie.
like she was in the way too much. She's annoying.
I would have preferred her not being.
Yeah, she was just in the way.
Sorry.
Oh, man.
sorry, Black Widow. But her film looks like it could be the next Winter Soldier. That's what I like about it as well. It has that tone of a little bit of Winter Soldier.
I mean, it looks like great if it came out 4 years ago.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm not invested. It's all about investment. I just don't care. Nothing has really blown me away.
Just because
it's like Black Widow was supposed to be that one assassin that they had to have on their team. Show me why she's that person. And like I had this came out 4 years ago, bam, they would explain it.
Because her story ended, and it's like think about any movie. Think about a Terminator movie. Like imagine watching T2, and then they announce, hey, in a year and a half, you're going to see John Connor in daycare. I don't want to see what he did before T2. His story ended. I don't care. I don't want to see John Connor get fucking shot in the sequel. I don't want to see what Black Widow was doing during Civil War or after Civil War. I've got enough. She's dead. The momentum of her character just completely ended.
Yeah. Marvel just has a problem.
Right, I get what you're saying there, and you raise a good, certain good points, but. Like in the end, the film does look like another Winter Soldier, and I don't care what continuity it is. I care about good movies, and the trailer looked awesome. It looked like Winter Soldier, but on a much bigger scale. And since Black Widow was actually one of the better parts of Endgame, in my opinion, she's got license now to have have her movie. If it was any time before then, I'd be completely on the same page as you, because I cannot tell you how far my eyes rolled back in the first Avengers when, Hulk was throwing like Chitauri left, right, and center. Thor was with his lightning. Captain America was jumping around doing all kinds of crazy shit. And then you just see Black Widow with two guns go. At first, it drove me insane. I was like, just get out of there. What the fuck are you doing on the field?
This is just like Budapest all over again. You and I remember Budapest very differently.
Oh man. Let me. I guess we have Black Widow, Hawkeye. What's your take on that, guys?
I don't really care. I don't really care.
What does this mean? They just go to eat
shawarma.
Shawarma.
Oh man, it's always a good time for a shawarma. Sorry.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that trash.
I think Hawkeye could be interesting, but it's just another show where the main character is passing down the mantle to a woman.
Right.
But take it or leave it, whatever you want to make of that.
Why did they not just kill Hawkeye? Hawkeye is the most useless fucking character in any fucking cinematic universe ever.
More than Black Widow.
Absolutely fucking terrible. Sorry, at least Black Widow's good to look at. Fuck Jeremy Renner. Fuck Jeremy Renner. Yeah, like at least she's got a reason. She's the sex symbol, whatever, sex. Like it's the many men go and watch these films. We need some eye candy. That's what she is.
True.
So at least
Steve
she's
Rogers
got
is
that
eye
use.
candy.
He has no fucking what for straight men.
Wait a second.
You
what?
hate gay men, nerd man?
You really bought into
Jesus.
America's ass, didn't you? I mean, what the fuck?
He's a little too invested, you know what I'm saying?
But I mean, look.
But anyway,
had they done a Ronin show, I'd be more interested.
Yeah.
Hawkeye, I can care less about.
In the show, he's gonna go deaf, so he might die.
Yeah.
Who knows? But
That would be cool,
dude.
It's also
Dude.
rumored that the Yelena Belova will show up in this Hawkeye show. So
Oh, dude,
I don't know.
Fuck
Dude,
her,
sorry.
man.
sorry.
In the trailer, she's terrible.
Did you say you are interested in Ronin? You're interested in a
I
Ronin
say I would
show?
be more interested
Please.
if they did a Ronin show.
Okay, you're more
That's
interested
also
because
Hawkeye.
you
Yeah,
know
that's what
he
I'm
was
saying.
trash as well, right? In Endgame, he was trash with that stupid haircut.
Are you?
Dude,
like,
when he showed
let
up
me-
as Ronin, he pulled
let-
that
let
sword.
me-
That was
Let
fire.
me say something about. Let me say something right here. This guy is out in Japan killing folks, right? Because
Hell yeah,
he's
that's
so
about time
mad
to kill
at
somebody.
losing his family. He doesn't have a beard and his hair is unkempt. This guy's got a perfect, trendy, almost hipster haircut.
What's wrong with
Like
that?
while he's being Ronin, that pissed me off, man. This guy is. Sorry, I don't want to say anything about Jeremy Renner.
Dude,
He's an alright actor.
costume he had on, sitting there fighting with the guy that's great with swords. I forget his name.
Awful.
Dude, that was dope. I love that scene.
It was terrible.
That was
Ronin was
fantastic,
better
dude.
than Hawkeye. Thank you.
Dude, Nerdman, you talk about compelling characters, and I know your head. I know you. In your head, you're thinking these people aren't as good as Wonder Woman and Superman and Batman. Guess what? Hawkeye losing his family and going on a rampage in Japan is way more compelling than Barry Allen or Cyborg or any of those fuckers. So get out of here with that bullshit. That haircut. That haircut
Dude.
was classic. That predates the
Dude.
1900s. People
Dude.
brought it back and made it into a douche cut.
The best of the best. The best of the best. That scene
All
takes
right.
out everything that Hawkeye's ever done.
Are you serious?
No,
let's not
everything.
compare
We
the
don't-
two scenes.
Superwise,
Let us not
don't
do
let
that.
this
AG
happen.
Shaolin, don't pretend. Don't try and simp.
No,
for the
I'm not
audience.
pretending. I'm going
You're
here. I'm going here for this.
You're
I
simping
am-
for the audience.
I'm sorry,
You-
Superwise.
No, you're doing it.
This is the one time I'm not simping for the audience. We
Superwise,
saw
are you trying to
when we
tell us to
see
shut up?
Hawkeye with his family, right? You see that family love affair, and then when you lose all that, he goes crazy. He starts killing. That dude, that was awesome. I loved it. And if that
You're
happened to you, probably the same exact.
You're simping so
No,
hard,
I'm not,
bro.
dude. I hate the
You know
MCU,
that
but
you have
was
never
hard.
loved anything Hawkeye did, and that haircut
It wasn't Hawkeye. It was Ronin. It was
preposterous.
Ronin at the
Anyway,
time.
sorry, Superwise. I'm taking
No,
over
no,
your
continue.
stream, man.
I'm gonna be gone for like a minute, 2 minutes. So continue.
Oh, yeah, let's
getting at
get
each other's
into it
throat.
then.
I'll be back
Well,
real
let's get into it. JG, you want to
Yeah.
say what is this garbage point you're trying to pretend that you
I
like?
got your back,
like
JG.
fucking Hawkeye?
Okay. What was the because I get all them mixed up. What was the one where you actually see Hawkeye's family, right?
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron, right? You see the love. You see even they were like, "Do you have a family? You have a what?" You see that he loves and cares for his family, and he's out there in Endgame, and they disappear. He goes, but you see in his face, he goes ballistic. He doesn't know what to do with himself, and he becomes
Dude,
Ronin.
Let
But
me
I
tell
hate
you the
that they just
backstory.
tease Ronin, but just seeing that, and he's looking over his shoulder and seeing Black Widow, they're like, "Yeah, I went there. That was
Can
fun."
I tell you?
We
can I
always
tell you
said
the
we
back-
needed someone to go dark, and he went dark, and I loved it.
Mhm. Can I tell you the backstory to why Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye even has any more screen time in the second movie?
We
He
know
basically complained.
Yes.
He complained. Him and his agents complained that his character wasn't interested, or was he was the whole movie like where he should have been, which was possessed, because he's a boring character that doesn't need to. You don't need him being in there with the main guys who were actually interested in, like Thor and Hulk and Iron Man. But anyway, he complained like, "Oh, I was just possessed and I didn't get enough to do." So they tried to tack on this family to make us care about him.
Oh, not
right?
family in
and
a
it was-
movie.
Family,
And
anything but
what a terrible part of the movie. Completely slowed an already awful movie down. We can all admit that Avengers: Age of Ultron for the most part was a misstep, and part of it was that boring halt to a grind.
That was one of the best parts
when we had to dude, his family, he has a family. Who gives a shit? All I want to see you do is shoot your little arrows. Shoot your little arrows once in a while, and then his family dies on the farm. I didn't give a shit.
But Nerdman, you say, let me address that.
His daughter was one of the most annoying people.
Heartless person,
bro. Look at him.
You soulless
you want mustard, dude?
You cold-hearted.
Oh my god! As last his dad jokes, I couldn't believe how boring that.
Okay,
how can you open a movie like that?
JG, let me completely and utterly eviscerate this man on live TV, computer, whatever you want to call this.
Get him.
Nerdman, you always complain about mindless action, and this movie was The Eternals, the movie we're talking about, is compelling because of the shots. It looks like we're going to get something different, something interesting. You cared about Barry Allen because of his family, his dad in prison being compelling. Yeah. You cared about Cyborg because of his relationship with his dad. Yeah. But when Hawkeye has a family, it fucking bogs down the movie. That was one of the best parts of the movie. Him losing his family. And when he becomes Ronin and tells Black Widow, don't give me hope. When he's screaming for Black Widow to not kill herself and she does it. When he's fucking screaming at Thor about, like, you go get your fucking hammer and go talk to the red guy. She's not coming back. You feel the emotion in him. When he sees his kids for the first time in 5 years, he sees their baseball glove. That is character development, brother. Come on.
What bit are you talking about where he sees the baseball glove?
When he goes back in time, he does the test run, and he finds his son's baseball glove. And you see in his face, like, holy shit.
Why don't I remember that scene? It's like it's
because you don't actually pay attention to the MCU. You don't realize how great it is.
Yeah, you're probably
and
right.
dude, Hawkeye, and that's why you care when Hawkeye is carrying the Infinity Gauntlet like a football in the final scene. You care about him. You don't want him to die because you care about Hawkeye.
Hawkeye is terrible. He's an awful character. He gets in the way. I wish he wasn't in the MCU. What is a man with bow and arrows doing? Fighting gods and fighting all of these people. I don't care. He's got stupid powers, stupid abilities. He's got you can't even make an origin film or anything out of him. I'll bet you right now, everyone's
Batman.
Actually, I know you guys. MCU, you're gonna be simping hard for his little.
I don't simp for anything.
You're gonna be simping hard for the Hawkeye. No, but I know how the MCU cats go on. Even though it's going to be trash, I know Hawkeye, this little TV show is going to be trash anyway, but they're going to be simping for it. So, they'll be
You're assuming it's going to be trash.
It's going to be trash because it's about Hawkeye. The best actor in the world couldn't make that character interesting. And sorry, you're talking about, they're exploring the Flash and Wonder Woman's family. That's because people give a shit about the Flash and Wonder Woman. We want to see like where they come from. I don't want to see where Hawkeye comes from.
But that's you personally. Hawkeye has a huge following.
That's like exploring Agent Coulson's family. Do you know what I mean? Like
or Superman.
No, Agent
Hawkeye
Coulson.
Is more.
It's like
Ronin is more.
Do I want to see some like I'm trying to think of an equivalent character in? Look, put it this way: if Green Arrow was in the fucking Justice League movies, I wouldn't want to know jack shit about him. I wouldn't want to know jack shit because it's trash. and Green Arrow is even more interesting than fucking Hawkeye.
Well, Superwise is bad.
And I still wouldn't want to know anything about him because he's getting in the way of those core guys. I want to know about
Superwise.
Flash,
you have to end
Wonder Woman, Superman, the core characters. I don't need to know about I don't need to see Soccer Mom of the Week or whatever the fuck Hawkeye's family are. Sorry.
But you care about but you literally care about Superman in the fucking CW show, literally playing with his kids on a farm. But it's not cool when Hawkeye does it.
Because it's Superman. Do I
but
want
it's
to
only
see
compelling
Agent
because
Coulson?
you know his...
Do you want to see Agent Coulson's family?
No, that's not the same. Hawkeye has a huge following.
Eating corn on the cob like on a weekend, watching football with his family. Do you really want to see
any character compelling?
Oh God, he's Hawkeye. He's got a bow and arrow.
All right, I think that is That is a great way to end our Eternals turned into Hawkeye discussion. I think that is a great way to end it. I guess we dipped our toes into DC. Let's go ahead and talk about Supergirl in the Flash movie. So let's go ahead and reveal what she looks like. So Sasha Calle, a Latina actress, Colombian actress, is playing Supergirl in the upcoming Flash movie. And a lot of people have been wondering what she's going to look like. Well, we know we don't see her suit, but we know the general like look and design she's going to have. So there it is, not your traditional design, short black hair. And I'm just going to compare it real quick. So just keep that picture in your mind.
Wait, she's going to have black hair?
Yes, because the
black
Flash
short hair
is filming right now. Yeah.
All right.
And then a lot of people have been comparing it to, in the comics, this Supergirl. Seer L, I think her name is.
Interesting.
Okay.
So, with all of that context, Pickle, what is your thoughts on Supergirl? And are you even excited for the Flash movie?
Holy shit. I honestly couldn't care about Supergirl at all. I don't even know her name. I've never been a huge Supergirl fan, so I mean, what's her name? Kara. I don't give a shit.
Don't try and make Supergirl into like a Hawkeye, all right? Don't even bother.
Don't go there. Like... Supergirl is not as popular as Hawkeye. I don't care about her.
But that might be true. That might be true.
But if I did care,
no, I'm saying that might be true. I've heard more Hawkeye.
The simp train continues.
We will go there. We will go here. If I was a big Supergirl fan, I have like 20 of her comics because my girlfriend collected some of them. But I would absolutely hate this because I just see no reason to change the way that her iconic look. She's never really been in a movie other than the 90s one or the 80s one. Like she hasn't really been done right. I'm like Nerdman. Let me see it done right. And guess what? It's not subjective. There is a right way to do comic book characters. Fuck that room to differ. Give me it right, and then you can play around with another universe or whatever. So I mean, fundamentally, I'm against what she looks like, but I mean, she might blow us away and do a great performance, and this might become the iconic Supergirl appearance. I can't speak as a Supergirl fan because I'm not one. The Flash movie.
Oh my god!
I don't know why they're always turning blondes into raven-haired people, or brunette. It's very weird. This elimination of every superhero has to have like raven black hair. That's weird to me. In the beginning, I don't know what they're trying to do with this movie, so it's hard to kind of like judge like too much. But I'll say this, that I think Nerdman knows my... philosophical pickle.
Nerdman knows everything.
Nerdman knows my opinion, yeah. Philosophical Pickle knows my opinion on legacy characters. I don't like them. I don't like Robin. I've never liked the Robins. I've never liked really Supergirl, any of those. I like the main guys, and I like them exploring them first. And then you can do... Once you've got them down and proper, then you can do like a Superman Supergirl team up or something like that. But apart from that, I'm not that, I would have rather see a version of Superman in the Flashpoint rather than fucking Supergirl. To me that doesn't compute. You want to see an alternate take on Superman, especially the one from the Flashpoint, which is quite interesting. Like they capture him and have him like locked down. I think that would have been much more, I think people would have wanted to see that more than Supergirl in this world. I don't, it doesn't compute to me that Supergirl is going to be the Superman of this world. And
why is she in this? Like, why is it her?
Yeah.
Is it because they couldn't get Cavill?
I don't know.
Like, what is her place in the story? Because I mean, they're apparently not doing a full-fledged Flashpoint.
Yeah.
And if they are, like you said, man, why change it to her? Like,
there was the rumor that, well, we know Cyborg was supposed to be in the Flash movie. Of course, Ray Fisher screwed that up. Good riddance.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I think this Supergirl is supposed to replace Cyborg's place.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I couldn't care less.
Hey, JG, man, hasn't spoken. JG hasn't spoken.
Yeah, it's I would compare this to Civil War in the sense of Black Panther was basically the replacement for Spider-Man until that little merger thing happened where they got some rights to Spider-Man, then threw him in there. So
yeah,
I'll compare it to that. But I don't think about it. Black Panther became a popular person from that movie. I don't know how they're going to make her a popular character for a film that she shouldn't even be a part of anyway. And since it's not really a full-fledged Flashpoint movie, it's probably going to be based on some Flashpoint aspects. I need to see a synopsis of something because I just don't know. Now, the look doesn't bother me. I like the look. But as far as her being in the... What's the... Like you said, for some people, what's the point? I don't get it. Even if you are replacing Cyborg, you could replace it with somebody else. Know what I mean? That was part of the Flashpoint, the whole Flashpoint run. So I don't know.
Well, I guess it's not a Flashpoint movie, but as soon as he's going back to save his mother, you've ruined the Flashpoint movie.
So Superwise, to talk about the Flash.
You've ruined any future Flashpoint movie.
So let me get this right. Let me look at this. Let's see what this movie is. It's The Flash. With Ezra Miller, who is already not a great Barry Allen.
He's a good Flash.
He's going to go back in time, which basically makes it a Flashpoint movie.
Yeah.
But there's not going to be a Reverse Flash.
He's going to go back to save his mother. That's the specific thing that makes it a Flashpoint
which starts
movie.
the Flashpoint, or it should. But it's not going to have Reverse Flash, apparently. We don't know yet. It's going to have Supergirl, and it's going to have washed up Michael Keaton in it. I do not fucking... Oh, and it's going to have... His dad's going to be recast as a different actor. I have no faith in this fucking movie. This is messy. This is Flash's first movie ever. Well, wait, did he have a movie in the 90s?
No. He had a TV show.
Oh, this is his first movie ever. And you have already a recast dad, Supergirl, washed up Michael Keaton, and then you might not even do his most iconic storyline right. No thanks. Until I see a trailer, I'm not excited for this movie, and I actually really like The Flash from the comics.
Yeah.
I like The Flash from the movies, and I think that they had a perfect launching point to go into a Flash origin story after Zack Snyder's Justice League, and it really saddens me. Like, they could have set the movie after Zack Snyder's Justice League, but flashed back to his origin and like made it make sense. This is, to me, I don't get it. I'm trying to like figure out like what exactly they think they're trying to do. I think they just thought, as soon as they thought like, let's put Michael Keaton because that will sell tickets, they tried to build the movie around that, around member berries basically.
Dude, every article now is like, whoa, a new set photo of the Michael Keaton Batman mansion. Like, nobody is even talking about Flash. Nobody's even trying to get a sneak peek of his new costume. They all want to see Keaton.
Yeah.
Like, that's terrible.
Yeah. Well, let me first talk about Supergirl. The look doesn't bother me that much. I'm not the biggest Supergirl fan. Like, I like the character, but I'm not like this diehard fan like with Captain America or Batman or Spider-Man, Superman. So the look doesn't bother me that much. I mean, as we saw, I guess it's sort of inspired by the comics. Yeah, I mean, it should be cool to see Supergirl, but you know, really, the only reason why I'm seeing the Flash movie is for Michael Keaton. Like, that's like, I can't wait to see Michael Keaton come back, and I'm excited for the future because I'm a huge Batman Beyond fan. I want to see that live action movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, when it comes to the Flash himself, you know, Ezra Miller, you know, no doubt he was better in Zack Snyder's cut. And I like, you know, I like the character from Zack Snyder's version, that ending with him running through the Speed Force, that was an amazing scene. But now you're telling me that the movie is gonna just abandon all of that character development and go back to the Justice League version, which was awful and just cringy and bad, and you're gonna have to start all over again. Like, it's just like I always say, every live stream I go on, Warner Brothers is a mess. Like, it's just
Yes.
This is the messiest film. This is by far.
And then
the
not only that,
film.
when you think about this, Kara and Kal-El are cousins, right? You're replacing Clark Kent with a black Superman. What the hell?
Who even knows if they're in the same universe? I mean, the Flash is quote unquote rebooting the Snyderverse, but you're gonna have Snyderverse characters. You're gonna have all of these different characters in different universes. There's no plan. No matter how many times Warner Brothers wants to try and convince us, oh, we have a plan. Yeah. Yada yada yada. They don't have a plan. It's all over the place.
They were better off bouncing off the Zack Snyder's Justice League, since Flash technically already somewhat used the Speed Force anyway. Then made a Flashpoint film with those same characters, and then just rebooted it from there and move on. What they are doing is just this whole multiverse thing, this whole Earth 1, Earth 2, Earth 3. It's too much.
Yeah. Tony, yeah, I think maybe Michael Keaton might be playing the sort of Thomas Wayne position. I think he's going to be giving Barry Allen the new flexible, like, cloth suit. I think that's how it's going to go.
Oh my god,
dude! Fucking Batman is like Michael Keaton's fifth best role.
They're basically turning Michael Keaton into Iron Man in in Spider-Man: Homecoming. If they do that to Flash, I'm done. If they Iron Boy Flash,
oh boy,
I'm really done, bro.
I mean, dude, isn't it a problem? Just overall isn't it a problem now that Spider-Man, the third Spider-Man movie, and the new Flash movie, like, that we're not even excited because of the main character? It's because of old legacy characters that we saw 20 years ago. Like, that is a fundamental problem with filmmaking, that you can't even make the character of the movie compelling. You have to bring back something else, dude.
But to be fair to the MCU, on this time only, I will go on
this time only.
Side. They've built up to that. And I think they've done enough legwork and enough, foundation to do something like that. And at least it's two Spider-Men. So it's still exploring a Spider-Man centric universe. This is going straight into a Flash and exploring Batman. I'm not, it's not like, oh, we're getting an alternate version of other characters. It's just Batman. And then, all right, you've got Supergirl. Fair enough. I'll give them that. So that Superman is being repped somehow. But, like, really, why wasn't Brandon Routh approached instead?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I get you.
I've always compared the MCU and DCU to credit scores, where the MCU started out with like a 500 credit score and they're building it up. Now it's up to about an 800 perfect. So now they just buy and do whatever they want. As opposed to DC, who starts out with like an 800 credit score, then it just drops all the way down to 500. Now they're trying to build it back up, but they keep buying things they shouldn't buy, and it just messes the credit up. That's what's going on. That's what's going on.
The MCU's credit score is over 9,000. Come on.
Yeah, they might have messed up. Never mind. I'm not gonna go there.
I know.
Let's not go into another argument about
no more Tom Holland. We're done. Okay.
Yes, I can adhere to that. Anyway,
I mean, go.
Yeah, no, just like as a fan, because at the end of the day, I'm a fan. I'm not like this movie critic or whatever, but I'm a fan. I'm excited for the Flash movie, but not for the Flash. Like, I'm excited to see Michael Keaton come back. Grew up with Michael Keaton's Batman. I can't wait to see what he's been up to since Returns. But like, from a filmmaking, cinematic universe standpoint, it's just all over the place, and I just,
my biggest fear is Christina Hodson. I just don't think she should be writing this movie.
Yeah,
at all.
Wait, who's writing it?
Christina Hodson. I've heard that Bumblebee was good.
What's she write?
Like Birds of Prey. So I've heard Bumblebee is good, but is Bumblebee good in a kind of, is it more comedy, or like,
it's like an MCU movie.
A little bit.
Kind
Yeah, like it started out great, but then it just went down.
That worries me, and it's not because I think she's a bad writer. I just think it's because I'm saying that honestly because you don't know. With screenwriters, they're told to do it in a certain tone and a certain thing. So Birds of Prey might have just been down to that.
Well, I have a question. What's the budget for this film, if anybody knows?
I don't know, but look, sorry,
$25.
Just to finish, that I think they're tonally trying to copy Marvel in this movie. That's what I'm assuming, and I think that's going to be bad. But sorry, JG. Now, what were you saying about the budget?
Yeah, I didn't mean to. Sorry for cutting you off. I'm curious. What was the budget for this comparison to Bumblebee and Birds of Prey?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think this is going to have a good budget.
It doesn't show a budget right now.
Okay, so what was Bumblebees and Birds? I know Birds of Prey had a small budget. And Bumblebee probably put a lot into the CGI.
Bumblebee's budget was $135 million.
Mm.
And dude, my biggest worry for this movie is Michael Keaton. Come on.
Do you think, do you think it's even worth it what they're planning to do, which is use this to wipe the slate clean for the DCEU? Because to me, that's kind of weird, unless they're just going to go with the Robert Pattinson universe and build a new team with that. I really see that as a pointless waste of one of DC's greatest storylines.
Well, dude, yes.
You could build
You're
up
taking
to that.
One of the top 5 DC characters, Flash, and his first movie is going to be reworking the whole universe. That's a waste of the Flash.
And the storyline.
Yeah, great story.
Because you're not going to be able to do Atlanteans versus the Amazons and all of that stuff that happens around that.
Yeah.
Again, you can't be like, oh, he's going back to save his mother again, and this time it's Atlant. Once you've done it, you've done it.
They should have made the Flash movie. Maybe even give him a sequel, and then don't even call it the Flash. Just call it Flashpoint. But it's like kind of like Civil War. Like it was really an Avengers movie. It'd be like a Justice League movie, but Flash is just kind of framed as the main character. Like, just do it like the fucking comic. Right. Yeah, Michael Keaton is a terrible Batman, and I do not want to see him fucking geriatric Michael Keaton. He couldn't move his neck. He couldn't move his neck 30 years ago. He won't be able to move it now.
See,
I was with you all stream until you came up with that.
Exactly. See how you're simping hard for Hawkeye? This guy who doesn't like Michael Keaton. He loves his Hawkeye.
Dude, Michael Keaton was better in fucking Toy Story 3, Cars, Mr. Mom, Birdman, the other guys.
If you could greenlight a Michael Keaton Batman movie or a Hawkeye movie right now, so you've got
Batman
the power
Beyond
to do
for
it.
me.
Yep.
No. Just a Batman Michael Keaton movie.
Like a Tim Burton Batman.
Okay.
3?
Yeah, like
can I pick whatever director I want for each?
Sure.
I would take the Quentin Tarantino Hawkeye movie over a fucking Michael Keaton movie.
Wow.
Look. No, you can't pick Quentin Tarantino. You can't pick Quentin Tarantino. You'd pick a Quentin Tarantino anything over, any other type of movie.
Let's say they have.
You can't pick
Hawkeye.
That's a cheat code.
Me personally, Hawkeye, Michael Keaton disrespects Batman. Let's not get into this though. We have a whole video about this.
Right. Yeah, good one. If you're interested in our debate and our take on this, do go to Hot Takes Tuesdays, my channel. We do these unpopular opinions, and his unpopular opinion was Michael Keaton, or unpopular opinion debates, and his unpopular opinion was Michael Keaton is a bad Batman, and we had to set him straight on why he's.
Nope.
I was scarred for life after hearing that.
Yeah, you lose brain cells.
His suit is ugly as well. Get out of here.
What? That black suit with the black bat with the yellow back, dude. That was man. I'm not gonna go there with you. We've been there already. I'm not going there. I'm not going down that road again. But I mean, to me, when I look at this and Michael Keaton's Batman, which Michael Keaton casted is going to bring audience to the theaters, of course, right? But I kind of equate it to a lesser degree to Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones 5, right? Where he's too freaking old to do this. In a suit too. I prefer him not be in a suit. More of a mentor kind of thing where
he's going to be in the suit.
I don't want
He
him
needs to be in the suit.
Well, if he's in the suit, he just needs to walk in the cave or something. Don't do any action. He's not believable anymore. It's just not.
Stuntman is going to do the action. To be fair, it's not going to be him.
And we saw how it looked in Indiana Jones 4 when he's on a crate running across. He's 70 years old. Come on, dude. It's not.
He needs to stay away from Batman. Stay the fuck away from Batman, Michael Keaton.
Well, here's the thing. Whatever you want to say about Michael Keaton, it makes me think about the screenwriter even more. You're getting Michael Keaton back to be in Batman, and you're not going to get like a proven great director to make sure this script is one of the tightest scripts. That's very sad for me, because if they really ruin Michael Keaton's last or second to last appearance as Batman, I think that'll be DC over. Then DC will be sold to Marvel. I'm telling you that.
Fandom would be pissed.
And I kind of wonder if DC didn't go through the cesspool of mess that they went through, we'll be getting this type of Flash movie.
No, we wouldn't. We'd be getting anyway.
Yeah, I think of all this shit that's happened. Now we're getting this filth, and it's just I'm pissed.
So, are we done with this?
Yeah, I think we said
we just depressed this whole panel right now.
I'm deflated thinking about Keaton.
We're depressed right now.
I just want Batman Beyond. That's all. That's all I ask.
No. They love green lighting Batman shit. So
I mean, it's the moneymaker. It's the moneymaker.
He isn't.
Who's not?
They don't give anyone a chance to be a moneymaker. So
hey guys, I got a great idea actually. Real quick before we move on, let's take the iconic gray and blue of Batman's suit, and let's let Tim Burton make it fucking black.
Dude, that black suit was awesome. I don't care what you say. That black suit was
It started a precedent of black Batman suits that it still hasn't ended.
When you said that, I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. That's all I thought. I was like, I thought you were being serious. I was like,
you're mentally deranged, all of you.
It's fantastic. It's better than the iconic suit.
I think Ben Affleck had the best suit.
Yep.
The blue and gray.
I agree.
Yeah.
The blue and gray was trash from the beginning. The black suit's always been better.
Let's make Wonder Woman's attire black. Why not? Right? Tim Burton's doing it. Let's just do it. Right?
Imagine how pissed he would be, Nerdman.
Yeah, Nerdman, you ain't a real fan.
Dude, Wonder Woman's suit in the films does not look like it is in the comics, and it's good.
It's very close.
The colors of black and gray make everything look better. I'm just
you have the yellow. You have the yellow and
that yellow thing, but that was fire.
That was fire.
Superwise.
Pickle is just like, I'm done. All right, let's move on.
By the way, guys, I was only joking about the blue and gray. It's a tight suit. I just wanted to fuck.
Yeah, before we move on, I do like that blue and gray suit. Would it work in live action? I don't know, but hey, I would love to see it. I'd like to see it. Anyone would love to see that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, unless you do it in like the groovy 1970s and you have Batman in that blue and gray suit, maybe it would work.
I love when I see the characters that I read my whole life be represented on screen correctly.
Right.
But if he's trying to blend into the night, he's trying to blend into darkness.
Well, he wouldn't put a big fucking honking neon yellow bat sign on his chest if he was trying to do that.
Well, he's got you
gotta play it completely black, black like Christian Bale. Don't put the yellow on it. Don't give me that.
Bullshit, man. He has some fashion sense. I like
love
you.
All right.
But all right. I had a point, man.
Go ahead. Finish your thoughts.
No, I was going to say.
Done.
No.
We can't. We're going to keep going.
No, I will just finish this. I will finish this, and then you don't, because I'm right here. The black suit, you're supposed to have some suspension of disbelief. Obviously, the yellow is there to appease the fans of the comics. Like he's got the yellow sign, and it looks iconic.
He gave us a crumb.
But ultimately, what it's saying is that he's in a black stealth kind of suit. That's what you're supposed to read from it. The yellow thing is just there as a, you know. Anyway,
I have nothing more to say to you.
That's
all right. So we have this other topic that was pretty big news. It was trending on Twitter. A lot of people were talking about it. We're gonna read the article, and then you guys are gonna give me your thoughts on it, because this is definitely interesting news. So, Timothée Chalamet is going to play Willy Wonka in a Willy Wonka prequel.
I'm done already.
I really like it. I really like the casting.
We are definitely going to talk about it. I know there's difference of opinion. Let's go ahead and read it. So exclusive.
I just want them to really focus on doing like more movies like this, because I think this is just such good casting, and you know, for the kids as well. I think it could be something that you could bring the whole family together. I want them to really explore Willy Wonka's, you know, at home with his soccer mum, like, you know, and the children. Maybe they go out, they do barbecues together, you know, that kind of thing, to really so that you have some real character development for Willy Wonka. I love it. Timothée Chalamet.
I'm going to talk about the casting. I'm going to talk about the idea, if I like the movie as a whole, after I read the article, because this is good. So exclusive from Deadline, Timothée Chalamet is ready to head to a world of pure imagination as the Oscar-nominated actor is set to star as the iconic inventor and chocolate maker in Warner Brothers and the Roald Dahl story Wonka. So I guess the movie is just being called Wonka.
Yeah.
Based on characters created by Roald Dahl, the story will focus on a young Willy Wonka and his adventures prior to opening the world's most famous chocolate factory, because that's what everyone wants to see, right? Not
Who's
the chocolate factory.
What company's making it?
We're gonna get to that real quick. So sources also tell Deadline that Wonka will mark the first time Chalamet gets to show off his singing and dancing skills with several musical numbers.
This is good stuff, man.
Into the film. I didn't know that there were going to be musical numbers. Okay, he's been the top choice for some time, but scheduling was a hurdle that had to be overcome. His training for those numbers is included in the prep for this film. So, Paul King will direct from the screenplay he wrote with Simon Farnaby. David Heyman is producing. Luke Kelly is also producing. Michael Siegel, Alexandra Derbyshire is executive producing. Yeah, that's basically the takeaway here. I'm gonna just talk about what I think of the idea. So, well, first, Willy Wonka.
So good, right?
I'm gonna get to it. I'm definitely gonna talk about it. I feel like I need to explain. So first off, Willy Wonka, the first one with Gene Wilder, is an instant classic. I grew up on that movie. It is so just amazing. It's so fun. Gene Wilder was like a national treasure. One of my favorite comedians. Rest in peace. If you haven't seen Young Frankenstein or Blazing Saddles, you need to. He's great in those movies. Gene Wilder defined Willy Wonka. I mean, Johnny Depp and that movie, like, I don't mind that movie. You know, it's darker. It's nothing compared to the original. Let's just put it at that. The original is great. The original is great.
Where are you going with this, man?
I'm building it up. I'm building up my love for Willy Wonka. Okay. Because the point is, do we need a Wonka prequel? I feel like this movie is unnecessary, especially if it's like a prequel to Gene Wilder. Like, I wish they would just like leave Gene Wilder alone. If you're gonna do this Wonka prequel, just do your own thing with it. But I just don't like. Do we really need a Wonka prequel? Like, everyone wants to see the Chocolate Factory. Why don't you do a sequel? The Glass Elevator, I think, was the sequel book. Why are you doing a prequel that was already sort of explored in Tim Burton's version. I don't know. Yeah, let me just finish.
Yeah,
okay, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna. No, don't worry. It's carry on.
All right, I'll just finish. So, the casting, Timothée Chalamet, I'm not entirely like. I mean, he's a good actor. Will he be a good Wonka? I'm not sure. I'm sort of just like 50-50 on the casting. I really don't know what to think of it. Thank God it wasn't Tom Holland though, because Tom Holland was in the running to be young Willy Wonka, and I prefer Timothée over Tom Holland. Tom Holland doesn't have to be in everything, but yeah, just the very idea. I don't know if it's necessary, and it's gonna have musical numbers, which is pretty interesting. It's gonna try and replicate the OG, which I think you're never going to do. But if I had to put my faith in anything, it'd be the director, Paul King. He directed those 2 Paddington movies, which are cute, family-friendly films that are actually quite enjoyable. Anyone can enjoy them, and I think he could do that for Willy Wonka. He could sort of appeal to all ages. But I just don't know as a whole. Do we need a Wonka prequel? I don't know. Pickle, you have been visibly, like freaking out. I'm definitely interested in hearing your thoughts. Tell me, your thoughts on the previous Willy Wonka films, Gene Wilder, and what do you think of this Wonka prequel? Go ahead.
Okay. Do we really need anything? No. I don't need the 3rd Thor movie. I don't need to eat 6,000 calories a day, but I do it. So to answer your question, do we need this? No. The universe, for the thread of the universe to act accordingly and make the universe not implode on itself, we do not need this. This will mess up the fabric of the galaxy if this happens. This is maybe the worst announcement I've ever seen in human history. next to Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. This is the worst casting I've ever seen in my life. Totally kidding. Timothée Chalamet looks nothing like Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
He has the perfect square jaw. Gene Wilder has that crazy curly hair, the pointed nose. He's not ugly, but he's not handsome. Fucking Timothée Chalamet has no wit. Have you seen him in any movie? He has like a deep fucking douchebag teenager voice. He has nothing with the "come with me and you'll see." Like, that is so iconic. I love that movie. I love that performance. That performance is, dude. Gene Wilder is Willy Wonka. Him doing the tumbling over, talking to the kids, fucking with them, fucking with the parents. You don't know if crazy or not. Timothée Chalamet, I don't want to see fucking Wonka be a mentally ill fucking teenager. This is everything, literally every single thing on my list of what is wrong with movies today. This is it. I hate this, and I'm sorry, I've never said this before, but I personally hate every single person who is involved with this. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, and fuck you too back. Yeah, because I like this. This. No, I'm joking. But I was gonna say, seriously though, I don't understand so they're having a prequel to Willy Wonka's story, right? Like, does he have some kind of established? I don't know much about the character. Does he have some kind of established story that happens before? And does he? What I'm trying to say is, does he intimate? In the first movie that you've been talking about, I haven't seen it since I was a kid. Did he intimate some past that he might have?
There might be one line where like somebody questions his past. I think he says.
I think he has something to do with the Oompa Loompas.
There's one line where he says that he saved the Oompa Loompas one time. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
maybe the books has it, but I don't know.
I like how it's ambiguous. We don't know the backstory of Willy Wonka. I love that scene where he's in the tunnel and he's talking to the kids and it's like flashing and you think he's going crazy. Gene Wilder is amazing. Like we don't need a prequel, you know?
Yeah, and the book this is based off of, from what I remember, is really dark. It's a very dark book, and they when Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory came out, they kind of lightened it up, which they should have, because kids would have been scared. They actually read the book on it. It's not needed. I mean, it takes away from the mystique of who Willy Wonka was, right? And I agree. You know, it's the musical numbers from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, that the Candyman can that Tony Tony threw up there, right? It's so inspiring. It's you as a kid growing up watching it. The Oompa Loompas, Oompa Loompa, you know, I mean, the Family Guy when they did the whole beer factory thing on it, hilarious. But I mean, it's Gene Wilder. It's Gene Wilder. Leave it alone. Some things should not be touched. And this is one of the things that should not be touched. If anything, Timothée Chalamet or whatever, you could do a Charlie. What happened with Charlie when he took over the factory?
No.
That's what I'm saying. A sequel, like a glass. I think the sequel.
And we don't even need
elevator.
No,
we don't even need.
No, don't give them ideas, JG. Don't put that into the ether.
My ideas will make them too much money. It'll make them too much money. They wouldn't do it.
But dude, Gene Wilder is like an enigmatic.
Exactly.
He's like an enigmatic Joker Riddler type figure. Timothée Chalamet, he's never even tried anything like that. He's not like a weird, goofy guy. He's like a handsome fuckboy. Nice guy in real life, but he's like a handsome fuckboy.
I don't know why you're getting caught up on the casting. It doesn't matter who was doing this. This is a bad idea.
Look at him. He looks like a vampire.
It doesn't matter. I don't care if it was Daniel Day-Lewis.
That's what his head looks like.
I don't care if it was Daniel Day-Lewis doing
to
this. This is a stupid idea. Nobody, either people have completely lost interest in this film, or they love it from their childhood, like like a few people like yourself love it. But this is not considered one of those films that so many people you talk to many people that I think maybe 1 out of every 10 people would even have like real memories of this film because you watched it.
Where are you getting these stats from?
I don't know. I've never
heard
anybody talk about Willy Wonka and the.
You're hanging with the wrong people.
Wait.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Are you telling me?
And I watched it as a kid.
Are you telling me that you think Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory isn't like as iconic as everyone is saying it is?
Oh, I think it's iconic, but I just don't think that kids these days watch this movie necessarily. I don't think that, but maybe I'm wrong. But also, it doesn't matter who or what was doing a prequel to that story. It doesn't need a prequel. It just doesn't. It doesn't merit it either. Like from a monetary point of view, in terms of this IP. And it doesn't merit it from a storytelling point of view because that story is just complete in and of itself. I don't. So that was my point, really. I just don't know why you're getting hung up on the casting.
Because we're talking about the whole thing.
That this film would be worthy of doing.
And I agree with you. I don't want to see Daniel Day-Lewis play an 18-year-old. That would be weird.
That would be weird.
But dude, pure imagination. I literally listen to that song like on YouTube like once a month. I love that song. It is
song is iconic.
I wouldn't say it's like quite Back to the Future level. It's not that. But this is one of those. This is one of those characters that. But it's one of those characters that you cannot touch, dude. Like he is gone. He is dead. This is one of those few times where this is actually disrespectful to the human being, Gene Wilder, dude. I'm not kidding. Like he is so iconic and such a good man, and like he embodied everything that was Willy Wonka. That this is so fundamentally wrong. This movie is not going to make a lot of money. No way.
Well,
it won't make any money.
No, I just want to say really quickly, this might be a prequel to Gene Wilder. It might be its own thing. We don't know. But yeah, if they do a prequel to Gene Wilder, it's just like, why? Please, no.
So are they going to do a prequel to Johnny Depp, or is it going to be its own universe? Because even if they say it's like this was a prequel to Willy Wonka, I mean, we're going to think that it's the Willy Wonka in the movie. They're going to make...
Right.
So they might invent their own Willy Wonka that we haven't seen yet and show him in his 20s. I don't give a fuck.
JG, do you have any thoughts on this?
Yeah, there are a couple names that can make something work, but I don't think so. David Heyman, down at the bottom. I think he did Harry Potter, stuff like that, which kind of can do something. Simon Rich, Secret Life of Pets, he did that. But the one name that worries me is Michael Sequel. He also produced Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That was a bomb. It was horrible, and they kind of tried to delve into
Charlie. The 2005 Tim Burton one.
It made 475 million globally. I was just checking it just to see how much, but yeah,
what did it do?
475 million globally.
What movie?
For Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which was 2005. Is that correct?
Yeah. Tim Burton, Johnny Depp.
I mean, people were excited for it.
Yeah,
like, but dude,
I think opening it started great, but it was just bad. It was just, and I was assuming when it came out, okay, they're actually going to explore Charlie taking over the Chocolate Factory, but no, they just redoing this all over again. They just it shouldn't be touched. Willy Wonka, Gene Wilder is an iconic actor. The Young Frankenstein movie, where he did one of my favorite movies.
Oh, it's one of my favorite comedies.
Silver Streak. Loved it with him and I forgot the comedian's name, Richard Pryor.
Saddles.
Yeah,
Blazing Saddles. I mean, come on, dude. He's an icon. Do not touch any of his stuff. And it's what makes it bad. You do it years after he dies, and all of a sudden, okay, we're gonna do it. No, I don't even think he would have greenlit this trash.
Dude.
To be honest,
Blazing Saddles.
When you put those two faces, like
I see no resemblance.
Yeah, I don't see
anything.
His
eyes aren't even blue. Look at it.
Dude, Blazing Saddles is one of the most overrated movies of all time, I will say.
Oh, yeah.
I watched Blazing Saddles. It's kind of funny, but I mean, Gene Wilder's only in it for like half of it.
Yeah, I get you. I love Young Frankenstein. That
movie is hilarious.
That movie is hilarious.
It's hilarious. Mel Brooks is a genius. Comedic genius.
Dude, did you guys see any interviews with Gene Wilder like before he died, like talking about his cancer?
No.
Like, dude, he was like dying with cancer for like over 10 years. And he said that he would like be so sick on like walking down the street or something. And if a kid came up to him, he would like act like he was okay. Like people didn't know he had cancer for like 10 years.
Wow.
Because he wanted go watch the interview. He wanted people to see him as Willy Wonka. Like such a good dude.
Wow.
Fucking I miss that guy, man.
Yeah. Wow.
Like I'm about to tear up now.
I'm tearing up thinking about that, dude.
I'm tearing up
he didn't tell people he had cancer because we thought that he was Willy Wonka. Like such a good dude. And fuck, it's not Timothée Chalamet's fault, but fuck whoever invented like doing this.
It's just the idea.
But I don't really hate the people, but you know, fuck them professionally.
You know who would play a good modern day Willy Wonka though? Is yes, you. Breaking Bad, the
Aaron Paul?
No. Forrest Whitaker. No,
Forrest Whitaker, that's a good one.
No. I'm trying to think what else he's in. I'll tell you in a moment.
The redhead guy, Nerdman?
The guy that they're always fan casting is the Reverse Flash, I think.
Oh wait,
Anthony Starr?
From Breaking Bad.
What?
What? Wait, you said Reverse Flash. Who are you?
I thought the guy from The Boys.
I will tell you in a second.
Nerdman is losing his mind.
Forrest Whitaker
would be a better Willy Wonka than Magneto. I'll say
that's
that.
Fact.
His name
true. I can see that.
His name is Jesse Plemons.
Oh.
Yeah, the redhead guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think he would make a
really he was in Black Mirror and a couple other things.
Oh, okay.
What do you guys think about Tom Holland? What if Tom Holland was cast as Willy Wonka?
No fucking way, dude.
His face annoys me, dude. I just can't. No.
He doesn't have to be in everything. That's the Hollywood.
Dude, literally, I just saw fucking Tom Holland. The first pictures for him as Nathan Drake in Uncharted just came out.
Wasn't impressed.
Why is he Nathan Drake from Uncharted?
Exactly. I'm not. I don't even care about that movie. Yeah.
And yeah, dude, Jesse Plemons for Reverse Flash would be terrible.
I've got the screen up if anybody wants to see who Jesse Plemons
What the fuck? I know Jesse Plemons.
Oh my
Reverse
God.
Flash,
He
get
looks
out of
like
here.
A freaking Chihuahua or something. What?
Did any of you watch
Did
any of you watch
I don't know.
Any of you watch El Camino?
Yes.
The Breaking Bad sequel? Bro, JG, it was such a waste of time, dude.
Really?
And all the characters were like 10 years older and fat. It was so weird.
Oh, wow.
Dude, fucking Walter White with that bald cap was it took me out of it completely. But yeah.
He was funny in
it was not worth
Date
it.
Night. Not Date Night. Game Night, it was hilarious.
Dude, guys,
Yeah.
Game Night surprised me. I watched it like 3 or 4 months ago. I was like, I'll put it on. Good. It was actually really, really funny.
I've heard good things. I got to get around to that.
I know the guy that played what's name brother. That was a rich guy. He was one of the fan castings for Batman.
Yeah.
But he was hilarious in Game Night. You're right. He was the best thing about Game Night.
He was so dry, just like every time he was on screen, I laughed because it was like, what?
He kind of looks like Nerdman.
No, I'll tell you what Nerdman looks like. Hold on.
Shut up, JG.
I said his name before and I forget. Hold on.
Say it.
I'm saying it as soon as I find it.
Superwise, what's the other topic we're talking about?
Well, I was going to talk about the Rob Pattinson one, but that was like, it wasn't big news. I do have another topic that I think you guys should be happy to hear if we're done with this.
Hey,
I'm done.
Look up Nelson Ellis real quick.
Nelson Ellis.
N-E-L-S-A-N.
I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing.
That's Nerdman right there.
I'm not even going to let him. I'm not going to let him reveal it. I'm going to reveal it.
It should be S-A-N.
Oh, you're going to reveal it? All right.
That looks just like Nerdman, bro. Look at him.
Oh, the fucking, that's what's
True
his name?
Blood.
True Blood.
True Blood, yes.
Lafayette. Wow. Dude.
Yes.
Oh my God, Nerdman, you do look like Lafayette.
I told you, you look just like him.
He's the only character in True Blood that's good.
Pretty much.
He died, actually.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, I think.
Dude. Nerdman. Doppelganger, there you go.
All right.
You look a lot like him.
You look a lot like him, bro.
Especially that one where he has makeup on.
Wow.
I do that all the time. That's
Superwise, you had some surprising news or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you guys ready for it?
Did something just drop?
No, it's no news. It's personal, like what I watched, what I'm currently watching.
Okay.
So you guys, Pickle and Nerdman, you guys were talking about it, and you were like, I have to see this certain show. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. So I'm currently season 3 with Friends. We're going to talk about Friends. You guys were like,
that crap.
Yes, this I literally just thought about this 10 minutes ago. Like, you know what? Let's do it. So I am, let me pull up the picture. I'm like episode 10, 11 of season 3. I binged it.
Yeah.
I'm currently binging it.
Did you watch it clean for the first time?
What?
Before you tell us your opinion of it, did you watch it for this is like you'd never watched episodes before?
I have never watched it ever before until I think it was your reaction video to the Friends reunion where you're like, I got to see this. And I was like, you know what? It's on HBO Max. Let me go ahead. So that first time.
Okay.
So what are you thinking?
All right. Let's ask him some questions then. But yeah, do you like it first of all?
I really like it. Like it.
Yes.
Let me just say, I watched the first couple episodes, and I'm being serious. I didn't really laugh during those first couple of episodes. I was like, what's the attraction? And then I get halfway through season 1, I'm like, oh, all right, okay. Then I hit season 2, and I can't stop laughing. It is so funny. I mean, guess who my favorite character is?
All right. Each of us are gonna guess. Right?
I know who it should be if you're a sane human.
All right. I don't think it is gonna be like what we think.
I
think he's gonna be Chandler. The second favorite character. I think Chandler's gonna be your
Phoebe.
Second favorite. I think it's
Phoebe or Ross.
I'm going Joey.
I'm going Ross.
Phoebe.
And Joey. My favorite character is Ross.
Yes! I knew
Ross. Dude, Ross is my second favorite, dude.
Yeah.
I knew it.
When I was watching the show, I was like, damn, I kind of like all of these characters. How could I choose my favorite? And then the stuff Ross says is genuinely funny to me. Like how he's talking about his wife being, on the other side of the tracks and whatever. And they make jokes about that. And then when I just watched the episode where he's already dating Rachel at this point, and Rachel's working at that job, and he's jealous, and he's constantly like.
I just watched that episode today because I was getting ready for the Friends reunion. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, and
Mark.
also I the emotional moments really hit. I think there are two ones that stand out. Once where
I know what you're talking about.
What moment do you think I'm talking about?
You're gonna do the prom episode.
Yes.
Yeah, the prom episode was
that's one of them. I know that.
I mean, my jaw was kind of just on the floor, like when they were watching that video, and Ross is like in the corner, like quiet, and Rachel looks at him and she kisses him. I'm like,
you get chills, man.
So exactly how many cameras are on you? I fucking love that line, man. Chandler just kills it. All right, let's see. Let's just ask. I want to ask a couple of questions. I'm going to tell you my ranking of the Friends after, right?
All right.
How should we do this? Because I don't want us to influence him. So I want to know what your ranking of the Friends cast.
Well, he said he had another emotional moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
That I really liked was Ross when he was on his date with a girl, and then his wife is all alone, and then Ross is like, I can't get along with other women. You're the one who I want. And then they kiss, and then she's like, I gotta go back to being myself. I'm like, bro, that stung, man.
But Ross is being kind of a douche in that episode because he's on a date with this perfectly fine woman, and he just can't stop looking at his ex-wife across the table. He's not even listening to the other woman.
Though.
But dude, you'll see. Superwise, you'll see. Ross is a terrible person, but he's fucking hilarious as he does it.
Yeah.
No, but here's the thing. This is why I knew it was Ross, because actually, if you look at the first two seasons and people's reception to it, Ross was the character that became the breakout star, like David Schwimmer. So he was the one that, like, it was a few of them, but like David Schwimmer was like the main guy that people, and it was because he was longing for Rachel, and that made him sweet, and that made him the person you'd root for most in the show. So that's how I kind of figured it was going to be Ross. But I'm curious how you would rank the characters.
So Superwise, you're in season 3, right?
Yeah, I'm about episode 10, 11. I just finished the episode where I think, oh man, okay. No, I finished the episode, the Thanksgiving episode, when all of them were playing football. That was really funny.
Oh, an iconic one.
That's got the funniest moment in Friends history. I'm going to play that on now.
And then, no, yeah, I think I'm past that. I can't remember the exact episode. Oh, yeah. The exact episode I left on was when Phoebe was dating that guy, and he's wearing the shorts, and you could, they could
see his balls.
Yeah, Joey, Ross, they could all see it. Yeah, that's the one I just finished.
You have so much good Friends ahead of you. Yeah, I told you in the comments, I think season like 3 to 7 are like the funniest, just like the comedy, like the writing. I think season 4. I think season 4.
We're gonna have to see what, because like basically me and Pickle have some fundamental disagreements on Friends, and I basically think if it was me, I would tell you to watch it to season 5 and then just
don't tell him what happens though. I mean, if he doesn't know,
I'm not gonna tell you what happens.
I'm planning on going the whole way through.
No, dude, don't lie. Don't lie to this young man. Superwise, it is fucking hilarious. Even if some of the plot lines are kind of weird, dude, it's so funny. It gets even funnier than the first few seasons.
Dude,
yeah,
you're
I plan on going all the way.
You're I don't know what you're smoking over there, man. The seasons go way down after season 5. Way down in quality.
Okay,
it's
what season
almost like
was
a different show.
What season was it with Ross in the pants? And I don't want to go to
where he has the lotion.
Yeah,
the leather pants.
Yeah,
like season 6.
Okay,
5 or 6.
That was the funnest episode to me.
That's a great. Every episode.
I mean, they're all funny. They're all
funny.
Dude,
that's season 5, by the way.
Like my legs expanded from the heat. That was hilarious.
I'm trying to think of funny moments I genuinely laughed at because there's a lot of them. Basically, everything with Ross is pretty funny. When Ross breaks that little girl's leg when she's trying to sell Girl Scout cookies, that was funny.
They call him Scrud.
Yeah, Scrud. Yeah, and he's sitting there, and they're counting the cookies, and he's like, "That's a Scrud score," or something like that. And he's like egging the girl on. I couldn't stop cracking up. Man, there are a lot of great
Chandler
ones.
is hands down my favorite character. Chandler is
that's understandable.
I didn't want you to pollute his opinion, but like I'm just curious.
My favorite is Chandler, bro.
Can you rank your favorite like in order who you like most?
It's gonna be hard. I'm looking at the picture right now. I'm just thinking. So first is Ross.
Yeah.
Okay. My second favorite character would have to be. I would have to say yes, Chandler.
Yeah,
the man with the nothing.
We're on a run. We're on a run right now.
Yeah,
we're on a run right now.
Speaking of Chandler, every time he ended up with his ex-girlfriend, I'm forgetting her name, Janice. Every time, like when he's at the computer and he's like, "This is my like soulmate" or something, and ends up being Janice, and she's like, "Oh my god!" That's so funny. So that's my second favorite. My third favorite is Joey. I think Joey's pretty much.
No, you ruined. Okay, go.
my fourth favorite, and I like all of these characters. It's just if I had to rank them, this is how I do it. So my fourth would be. It's either between. Let me think. My fourth, I think, would be. Oh man, it's so hard. It's
Monica's last, right?
Monica's door to me.
Oh man, I'm thinking. I think my fourth would be Rachel.
Wow.
I got Phoebe over Rachel.
Sometimes she could be annoying, but I just love how ditzy she is.
Wow.
Yeah.
And like when she's playing the football game and she's like, all I could do is go long. Like, give me the ball already. And then when she hits Monica in the face, she's like, okay, I'll go long. Like that's pretty funny.
Rachel gets a lot better in the later seasons.
Yeah, she does as well.
Fifth character.
How are you even thinking about this, Superwise? Phoebe is way better than fucking Monica.
I like Monica. I think her whole like arc with Tom Selleck is pretty funny. So, speaking of like guest stars, you got freaking George Clooney. Tom Selleck. I was surprised to see these people.
Oh, there are a lot. There's a lot more coming.
Yeah. I think fifth place would be Phoebe, and then sixth place would be Monica. But I really like them all.
I'll tell you one thing about Monica though. Every time she's in an episode or anything with Ross, anything she does with Ross is fucking gold.
It's
I don't find her funny, and I love Courtney Cox because I love them all just like you. You know, like I really do. I think all of them help each other. Like some of them I think are less necessary in the show. Like I don't think, like if you had have replaced the actor, I think it still could have worked. But I think you can't replace Matthew Perry. You can't replace Lisa Kudrow with anyone. Nobody could do what they did. You can't replace David Schwimmer and you can't replace Jennifer Aniston. Right. Those for me are the irreplaceable ones. Joey, I love him. Monica, love her, but like I think they're just replaceable, dude. Like you could I could see another actor playing it and them still it's still working.
You overvalue Rachel and it's fucking insane.
Okay.
Rachel
go on.
Sucks until like season 4 when she gets goofy. No.
I still got a lot to go. But...
I think you're absolutely crazy. She carries the emotion, the heart of this whole Friends, and she's where Friends was better in the first 5 seasons when they weren't, you know, like when they didn't feel the need to make you laugh every single fucking second. Friends used to be like have those moments of like, we can have a little bit of drama. We can have, and Rachel was absolutely magnificent
in a comedy show.
In those kind of
where the sole point is to make me laugh. I want people who make me laugh, and Rachel is down on the list.
Okay, so let me get this straight. With the Big Bang Theory. You like that? Because that's what that kind of comedy is.
I don't like that show at all.
It's called forced humor. They force humor into unnatural situations, and that's basically no. They weren't doing it in the first 5 seasons. If there wasn't something that doesn't need to be laughed at or isn't funny, if Rachel and Ross were actually having an argument or having an emotional moment, they could sit there and rest with that and let it just play out as what it is. So it wasn't always trying to make you laugh. And I think that was when Friends was at its best, because it did have a heart and soul. Every show does that. And it felt more like, no. Big Bang Theory did not do that.
It does have its moments. I mean, they kind of copy Ross and Rachel. But dude, when fucking Ross and Rachel... Superwise, have you gotten to We Were on a Break yet?
No. Is that in season 3?
Okay. I think it happens in season 3. They're having an emotional moment, and fucking it's so cringy. The acting is so bad. We gotta talk about it when it happens.
No. Let's do it right now because you're full of shit.
When Ross is going,
Superwise.
These hands, this face,
Superwise.
this body.
Put on that scene. It is Emmy worthy. Let's just watch the scene.
Superwise hasn't gotten there yet.
Yeah, I don't want to watch it yet.
I've seen it 60
you
times.
Haven't seen it yet. You haven't seen
it.
No,
I don't care.
This is so frustrating. You are lying, my friend.
It is terrible acting by David Schwimmer.
Probably one of the best acting scenes. Superwise, you're going to settle this for us once you've seen this. Episode for a sitcom, for for TV, and given what this is, that was great acting. And I want you little slimy, this guy. I can't argue some of these things with you, Superwise. There's going to be another. Oh man, I can't. There's no way I can say this. There's no way I can say this without spoiling. All right,
it's one of the few moments where there's bad acting.
There's no bad acting between Rachel
let me repeat this. Let me repeat this. He goes, I can't live without these hands and your hair and your heart. You're such a good heart. And it is so cringy.
Thanks for spoiling it for Superwise, by the way.
There's no context. He's just saying that to Rachel. And it's so bad.
Let me say this.
For all you Friends lovers, even in the chat, I'm going to say something very blasphemous right now. Third Rock from the Sun is a lot better than Friends. I'm saying it.
Yeah, all right. Let's just ignore what you just said there. Let me take on the point. What kind of bullshit is that? Let me just take on. I'm gonna take on that bullshit point after JG. That's nonsense. But let me just say this: you're talking about a line that is so hard to say and be genuine. The line that you just said, right? It's so tough for an actor to actually make that be sincere. And David Schwimmer pulled it off, and Rachel is there completely in that moment with him. And you believe, and it is heartbreaking, that scene. And it's because of their acting. Some of the best acting on the show, period.
Superwise, believe your mother. Show. Don't believe your father. Don't believe what he says. Okay.
I can't wait to see this episode and see how I feel about it.
Third Rock from the Sun.
It's one of the few moments. I love the show. It's my favorite show of all time. But I can admit there's some bad acting in it sometimes.
I'm gonna settle this right now. You've seen the episode where Ross and Rachel get together, right?
Who cares?
Yeah, I'm still aware. I assume they're gonna break up at some point. That's just when you have 10 seasons, that's inevitable. But right now they're still together.
Yeah, the prom episode.
But you remember, the prom episode when they get together. Yes, you were even talking about it earlier.
Yeah, I'm way past that.
Yeah. Did you believe their acting? Did you believe Rachel that she was pining for him and he was pining for her? And did you believe that moment when they got together? Was it good acting to you?
Yeah, when they got together, like when that after the prom video and they kiss, I believe that. Hell yeah, I did. And right now, when they're together and they're a couple, I believe it.
Yeah,
Right,
I believe them.
Okay. The acting is on that level or better for the scene he's talking about. So he's talking absolute trash. There's no difference whatsoever on their performance level when they perform that scene. Some of the best acting.
There's no speaking when she kisses him. It's an emotional beat with no speaking. That episode that we're talking about is fantastic.
Yep.
But guess what? That one moment where he's like pleading with her for something, it is so cringy. My girlfriend and I literally look at each other and we squirm because the acting is so bad.
Bullshit.
It's
Bullshit.
so 90s.
That's why you found your soulmate. Both people with no taste in acting. Sorry. I thought that was too much.
Hey, my girlfriend thinks that fucking Killmonger was trash. So
yeah,
wow.
She's right. She's right.
She says he was really cheesy and overacted. So she has some different opinions than me too.
Oh, somebody brought up Happy Endings. You should watch that as well. It's really funny.
Yeah, so I mean I really do like the show. Like the same people were saying watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I love that show. I really do. That show is so fun. Really has a lot of great emotional moments. Full House. Full House is the one I grew up watching. I think that will always be. I know that's definitely Full House. I grew up watching that show. I think that will always.
Full House was great.
Dude, Carlton was great. Carlton was the Fresh Prince for me.
Hey, Orion 1130 brings up a good point. How are we going to listen to a man who wanted Forrest Whitaker as Magneto? Don't trust this man, everybody. Don't trust him about acting. David Schwimmer's acting.
Dude, you're picking. Look. This guy is the kind of guy who would basically get like Laurence Olivier in the MCU. The way you were casting superheroes. That'd
be great,
dude. Yeah, exactly. See, he actually thinks it's a good idea.
Great movies.
Let me have Laurence Olivier as who would you pick him as? Hawkeye?
I mean, isn't he dead?
Something like up to his level, or Daniel Day-Lewis as Hawkeye. What were you picking? Ryan Gosling as
Green Arrow.
Green Arrow.
Oh my god!
What was it?
This stream was like a week ago. I love how we still talk about this.
What was the other one?
Michael Fassbender's Aquaman.
Michael Fassbender as Aquaman.
But you're devaluing the value of these characters. You're acting like anybody who isn't Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman are like trash side characters. Come on, there are people who hate the Flash.
No, I didn't. I said Michael Fassbender would be a good Orm, didn't I?
But Orm is even less than Aquaman.
I wasn't treating him like a trash character. I was saying you want someone like Michael Fassbender to be the villain, to be the one that has the more bombastic, juicier role. You don't want him as Aquaman, for God's sake. Aquaman.
I want David Schwimmer as Aquaman. I want to see him David swimming through the ocean.
Oh, wow.
David Schwimmer.
David Schwimmer as Aquaman.
The point is Superwise. I'm glad that you're loving Friends, dude. Keep watching it.
Yeah.
There are a couple storylines in season 9 or 10 that are terrible, but it's funny the whole time, dude. It's hilarious. And the last episode, it'll make you cry, man.
Yeah, I cried at the end of Fresh Prince because that was a great ending. You know, it's good when you get emotionally invested in these characters. I like all of the characters right now. I'm invested in Ross. I'm invested in all of them. So
the last 2 episodes, it's a 2-parter. It's gonna move you, dude. Like, this is exciting seeing somebody who hasn't seen it before, because you're saying all these moments that I've seen like 30 times. I'm like, this is great.
Will you come on our you can't come on our friend stream because we're going to be doing loads of spoilers.
Yeah, I know. I mean, when it's all said and done, I'll probably just talk about it as a whole. My thoughts on it.
But we're gonna debate this hardcore debating on Friends, man.
Wow.
Jake Paul is Johnny Storm. What?
Hey,
nah.
Jake Paul would be a better Aquaman than your choice. So JG, why on earth do you think Third Rock from the Sun is better than Friends?
Because I like stupid comedy. I think. Look, you had a Lithgow, right, who was known to be like this villain in almost every movie he's been in. Then he takes on his comedic role. He was hilarious, right?
Superwise left.
Where'd he go? Anyway, you have Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who young upcoming actor, a young buddy actor who was hilarious. The whole cast was hilarious from beginning to end. And my favorite episode was when they did remember the Lord of the Dance guy who was real famous at the time. They came out and Lithgow had this tie over his head. Look, you guys can put your head down all you want.
I don't remember any
because you don't know.
It's an okay show.
Okay, my ass.
They blend into each other.
No, I'll get you though. I love Third Rock from the Sun.
It was good, but I don't remember it because
I think Friends is the GOAT.
The reason why I watch Friends the reason why I watch Friends is because everyone's saying it's the best sitcom. Seinfeld is probably one I gotta watch next because a lot of people debate either Seinfeld or Friends.
I'll take Seinfeld.
You've got to do Seinfeld, but trust me, just skip to season 5.
But it can't be even close to Friends if you can't watch 4 of the seasons.
No, because it took time to get going. That's right. But once it got going, it's the best sitcom of all time. And Friends is very close. Friends is very close. I still think there's a couple more sitcoms that are better than Friends, but Friends.
What's the one? I can't think of that guy's name.
Top 5.
I can't think of his name.
This is Superwise. This is coming from the man who said that Tom Cruise is a better actor than Leonardo DiCaprio. Don't trust this man. If you see this man on the street, you need to call the police on this man and put this man in jail so I don't have to stream with this man anymore. I love this man. Dude,
I feel like Nerd Man would be the type of, like, let's just assume they reboot Friends into this new season, like a whole new cast and everything. I feel like Nerd Man would be the type who would say, like, I don't know, Forrest Whitaker as Ross.
Dude, I will watch Frasier over Friends any day.
Wow,
Frasier is hilarious.
About on level with Friends. I would rather watch Friends.
On the level, though. I got it above Friends.
Frasier is better than Cheers. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Frasier and Cheers are really high because the Cheers is really good. You'll be surprised. Cheers is actually
you guys are some old ass men.
But you know, the truth of it is, Friends is the easiest to watch. It really is.
Yeah.
Like when it comes down to it,
intellectually funny, right? And Friends is just Friends is out there. And I kind of just trying to fuck with everybody saying Friends is overrated. Friends is good. I love it, but I have it third on my list. I got Frasier, Seinfeld, then Friends. But Seinfeld and Friends is like neck and neck because there are episodes of Friends that I love. There are episodes of Seinfeld that I love, and I'm kind of battling. They're kind of jockeying for position for number 2 for me.
Superwise.
Frasier has the best love story ever with Daphne and thing that built up for dude. I ship those guys so hard, Daphne and Niles.
Look, Nerd Man, I love drama. I like when you add drama to a movie that's not supposed to have it. But son of a bitch, a comedy is supposed to make you laugh. Which is the funniest? It's Friends. And Superwise.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you feel that Friends is like you just want to keep watching the episodes, like it's easy to watch?
Dude, I've literally been binging them.
Yeah, dude, it's so easy.
I've been binging 10, 15 episodes a day. I kid you not.
Hey, dude, I love that, man.
Watch Superwise, watch Frasier, and it will change your mind.
Yeah, I always move on to, like, I watch Full House. I watched Fresh Prince. Now I'm watching Friends. Once I'm done with Friends, I'll move on to the next sitcom.
But see, for me, Full House and Family Matters, those are childhood things. They're a different level of funny. I suppose the Friends is more grown up funny.
Watch Happy Endings, man. That's the one after Friends. It's really like it's basically a modern day Friends, but with like slightly more twisted humor, I'd say.
Okay,
not like twisted, like really, really dark, but like just slightly a little bit more edgy than Friends.
3 seasons.
Nah.
Oh yeah, Tony Robinson is facts. Martin.
Hey, Superwise, I'm gonna have to go pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think this is a perfect way to
This
end
is
it. I
it.
mean, we talked about wait, I think this is one we have to talk about.
That's funny.
We are never going to forget. Hashtag never forget. This is the man who
you
wanted
guys.
Forrest Whitaker's name,
This is beautiful the way you guys have taken this Forrest Whitaker casting, which is actually good casting. It's actually good casting, especially against my Professor X. Again, you told me that you do not want to see Ralph Fiennes and Forrest Whitaker having an intellectual, battle of wits. You can't tell me you don't want to
Save the dream.
Great cast. What?
It's something he says in Rogue One. Save the dream.
No,
He has his real raspy voice. It's just, and then that one big eye and that one little eye. I just can't get over that.
Oh my god!
I can't get over that. I can't get over that.
That big eye, like pointing at the metal.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's
when he's doing his metal manipulation, he'd be sick.
He has no shoulders either. They're very narrow, and you see how he stands like he has no neck, and he's just dude. Come on, Forrest Whitaker.
I have forgiven Nerdman for this.
I have.
Everybody can change. Second chance.
Yeah, but I'm never gonna not talk about it ever again. I think every stream we just gotta say hashtag. Like if we're talking about, I don't know.
You guys had worse casts. That's all I'm gonna say.
I did not. You need to watch. All of you need to watch that stream. I had some great picks. Pickle had some great picks.
I had the best pick for Gambit.
Who was your pick for Gambit?
I can't remember.
No, because that guy has fucking bug eyes and he's a fucking maniac. I don't see him as a suave sex symbol. Come on.
Oh man, I mean, you did say Michael.
Get back into that.
You did say Michael B. Jordan as Gambit, though.
He was my play pick.
You know what? No, because I can see it now.
Sam Claflin as Gambit. Michael B. Jordan was my wild card.
What did
I'm telling you why I can see it. Because it's Louisiana. No. It's Louisiana. It's Louisiana, bro. It's Louisiana. It's a large black population. Gambit could be. It could happen.
Get out of here. And therefore, Michael B. Jordan should play him. Of all the black actors, Michael B. Jordan.
I mean,
who always is the same kind of.
He has that kind of personality that would work. Like kind of the jokey, but he could hit those behind closed doors. He has the emotion, man. Come on.
He's too sincere and noble. You're crazy. He doesn't have that.
Have you watched Creed?
Slick humor.
Creed is great.
Yeah,
Creed is great, but he's playing a noble, he can play angry, noble,
he's not noble.
Whatever. He's not that kind of light-hearted, cool, but edgy kind of Gambit at all.
And the guy who plays a maniac and everything is good as Gambit. Your guy plays a villain maniac in everything he's ever been in.
We saw him doing the fucking thing in Criminal Minds.
He had an accent just because he had an accent.
No, but he was
everything else was wrong,
and he was flirting with her in the same way that Gambit. Get out of here, man! Michael B. Jordan and you, JG, dude. I've lost a little respect for you right now. You're sitting so hard for philosophical pickle, like this whole
dude. I say outlandish shit every stream. I gotta do it.
He said to me in private. JG said to me in private. Forrest Whitaker makes more sense than Michael B. Jordan.
When did I say that? I need proof.
You said that to me in private.
I need proof. I don't remember.
Exactly. I need to record all our conversations. Simping.
Wow. Well, I mean, I think that's a great way to end it. We talked about Willy Wonka, we talked about The Flash, and we talked about Eternals. It was a great stream, great panel. Love to do it again. Talk about nerd stuff, movie stuff. Subscribe to my channel. I'm almost at 400. I'm literally one more subscriber.
Woo!
How crazy!
Okay, then I'll subscribe.
That's awesome, dude.
I'm joking. I'm already
subscribe to my friends, Philosophical Pickle.
I'm almost at 321, baby.
321,
The magic 321.
He does a lot of great content. Hot Takes Tuesdays. He constantly does live streams. So if you want to engage, with your YouTubers, ask questions, this is the guy to go to. And JG SHAOLIN is just say your catchphrase.
The kicker of ass is the taker of nine. Fuck.
You messed it up.
The kicker of ass is the taker
the simper
of
simps.
The simper of all simps. The finesser of finessing the one and only OG JG SHAOLIN terrific.
Yep.
Channel's coming soon. Get ready.
Yes. Subscribe to that channel. Get ready for that. So subscribe to all of us. Great conversation. Definitely got to do it again for future topics. It was fun doing it. Thanks to everyone who's showed up today. That was great. I love reading the comments. Thank you for supporting me. It means a great deal. So thank you for showing up.
Thanks, guys.
He's like, so thank you.
Gotta
so
answer all the comments. Yes, I thank you for showing up, dude.
Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. This was awesome.
One more thing. I have dubbed us the Wild Bunch.
Oh, all right.
We are the Wild Bunch.
What are we, some kind of Suicide Squad?
That's great.
Time to save the world.
Oh man, that's great.
Oh, that'd be big.
Yeah, I'll have to put that in my about section. Like I'm part of the Wild Bunch. We all got to do that. Part of the Wild Bunch.
Yeah, that's what I do on Twitter now lately. So
great. All right. So great conversation. Love to do it again. Thank you to everyone who showed up. Time to say my catchphrase, the outro. And that will be all for me. And remember my catchphrase, guys. Stay super wise. Peace out, guys.
Peace.